right, now.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing
Good.
good.
How you doing?
Good. Happy holiday season. I've been feeling have a little bit of a tummy bug today, but I feel in good spirits nonetheless. Happy December, everybody. Welcome to the Retro Handhelds Podcast, your latest and greatest for the latest in, retro handheld news anyways, and a whole bunch of other nonsense. We have Mr. Ban here today.
Hey.
And we have Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, as always. And we're going to be joined today by our special guest, ToddTronics, who's celebrating 1,000 subscribers today. He also makes videos for us, and we're super happy to have him. But he's going to be late. He has some parenting things he needs to do, so we'll see him later in the show. But yeah, check out ToddTronics at ToddTronics. He's doing a giveaway right now, so if you leave a comment on his celebration of 1K video, you'll be entered into his giveaway. He's giving away an RG505 and a green 35XX SP. So super cool stuff. Not only that, but we have a fun show today for you. It's going to be a mix of news, and we're going to go hands-on with the TrimUI Brick, which I have in this adorable cat case from Go Game Geek. So Go Game Geek
I have one of those.
Sent the brick, and we're going to take a look. I didn't have time to make a video on it this week, so I figured let's get hands-on. I know a few of you have your bricks. Might as well have a brick party. It'll be a brick house tonight.
Yeah. He said the thing.
I said the thing. But and that's not all. We're also going to look at surprise and unboxing. We're going to unbox the Omelet. That's right. There is a GameCube colored Omelet controller. I got my GameCube RP5 in this week too, so we can compare to that and see how this does with a Switch. I was going to go hands-on with the Pocket Evo tonight, but I got my video out ahead of schedule, and so I said, you know what, let's just go balls to the wall on that. So I just recommend watching that, and let's not get too in the weeds with the Evo today. Also heard word from Russ from Retro Game Core, who might be able to loan me his AYN Odin to Portal prototype for a little while, so we can make a comparison video over here. Whew. And having said all that, guys, how are you doing? Zoo, get on the show, man. Get on the show.
Tired, as always.
Aren't we all tired?
So you're pulling an all-nighter yourself, right? You're working on something crazy.
Yeah, I've got a video going live tomorrow. It's for an unreleased product. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything you can tell us, or is it a surprise?
It's cutting edge tech. That's all I can say.
All right.
Yeah.
You keep your secrets, Tech Daddy. You keep those secrets.
I got to.
All right.
I'm cooking something though.
All right. Good.
Let him cook.
I usually start out with, what games are we playing, but let's do a different question tonight. Let me start out with this question, guys. What are you most excited for right now? Gaming or otherwise? Like what is your hyper obsession right now, or whatever makes you most excited? Ban, tell me.
I'm not the person to ask. I haven't really. I don't really follow I follow the news we have, but I'm not really looking forward to anything right now. I mean,
aren't you super into collecting controllers right now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a problem over there. On the other side of him, he has a shelf of controllers.
There's no wrong answer to this question.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to assume the answer is controllers.
No clue. like zero clue.
You have a few. You have the controller tower. It's all about that. It's all about that dongle. It's however you can best get.
Did you like that dongle I sent you? Ben?
The one that's
collection.
It's literally just one for one of those keyboard trackpad things.
Nope. I don't know why I have two of them. I only have one of those keyboards though.
Why did you send me another one?
You needed a dongle. Jeez. You need more dongles. You need to fill that tower up.
I mean, it's getting there.
Jeez, man, put that thing away.
This side is empty. This side is full. Don't worry about it. Don't.
Make a song about dongle towers for all the dongles for game controllers.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with you guys? This is good. Rob, what are you most excited for right now, man?
I don't know. I have a feeling I'm going to be seeing someone very special to me soon.
Ban?
Mikola?
Maybe, yeah. Just, I feel it in the air. I don't know what it is. Something. I feel like something's going to happen this week.
I don't think he's feeling it in just the air.
So I talked about this at the very end of my Pocket Evo video, Cat's Out of the Bag, that we're all meeting up at an event in LA for MSI. We don't know what exactly it's all about. We can assume it's about the Claw, which we're going to talk about tonight as well. Multiple claws are on the horizon. So many claws. But Russ and Rob and
the whole MSI thing is just I can't.
Team Retro, ETA Prime, the Fox, Baldy Rudy, Cyber Dopamine. It's going to be kind of a retro YouTuber smorgasbord. It'll be cool to see everybody though this week. And yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I'm most excited for as well. So
yeah,
Ban, we got to get you out to one of these trade shows sometime, man. We got to get you. I know you're afraid I'm going to capture you, put you back in the attic, which I have an update on that. But I promise not to.
I don't believe it.
So
I don't believe it at all.
Okay. Well, what? More to come on that topic, anyways. All right. Let's dive into the things we have on the old agenda today. Games of the month, December. So it's a brand new month, and we have some games here that the community has voted on. And we have Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest for SNES, which this is one I haven't beaten before, so I'm really excited to play. It's one of my wife's favorite video games, and so maybe it'll give us an opportunity to play together.
Yeah, that's an awesome game.
Do a little co-op action, man. Which might coincide with the video I want to do with my wife, which is have her go through my collection, pick out her favorite retro handheld, and explain why, basically. And then we can play some co-op, maybe some net play with that. So let's get synergy going here. Other game, Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, which is a classic from '96, and you can also get it for Switch now, right? So I've never played this one. I played like the first few minutes, and I want to give it a fair shake.
These are great games.
Fantastic so far. And the last one is Yakuza, the original Yakuza for PS2, which also is available for PS4 and PS5. 14-hour time to beat on that one. And it was released in 2005. And I've never played the original Yakuza, but I played some of the follow-ups. And I'm excited to go check out the start of this series. And
is Kiwami included in that, the remaster, or
Kiwami is the I don't know, actually.
Yeah,
I need to look. I don't know a lot about Yakuza. I played the Yakuza 0, I think it was, like an origin story one. I got caught up in the mini games and I just couldn't put that down, and then that's what the game was to me. So Nate the Great says Kiwami is included.
Nice.
So get your Kiwami on. It pairs nicely with a Kun. Yes. And Louis, and we have via satellite phone today, we have Zoo. Zoo, did your Alexa accidentally call us again?
I'm trying to watch the podcast on my cool Ray Neo glasses.
Are you slipping sponsorships into the stream again?
What? I would never do that. You know what I would do? I would play my Nintendo Switch with the new and included Switch dock that they sent me, along with my Google TV dongle. Put that in your dongle tower, Ban. And yes, the remake for Nintendo Switch, which I can play with my Ray Neo XR glasses, is eligible for Game of the Month in December.
Affiliate links in the description, obviously. Thank you, Zoo.
What?
What if I were to say that the Vitcher XR Pros are better than your Ray Neo?
Cut him
Fight me, bro. Come on at me. Look at this.
Cut him off.
Guys, cut them off. There we go. Yeah, cut them both off.
Zoo looks like the Terminator, and Stubbs looks like he's going cross-eyed wearing those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Stubbs, your glasses look a little small for your head.
I'm not sure who's pulling it off better here.
Hey man, I'm the king of dad cool dad tech. So I mean, how can you beat this? Look at this.
You need these things.
Yes, the neck band, right?
Yeah, you need the neck band back.
Or you need these XR glasses to pair with the neck band.
I was gonna say, you sent me this neck band. I have no way to connect it to anything.
Doesn't it work with any other? Doesn't it work with any XR glasses though? You have another pair.
It's a magnetic connector.
Oh no, it's proprietary. I screwed up. Uh-oh.
You should just
Well,
wear the neckband.
Just
no
wear
reason,
the neck
just
band?
wear it.
I don't know.
You could just wear it.
I mean, it's the coolest looking thing. Why wouldn't you?
See, these aren't quite like fully straight, are they? I'll have to take a look at that. All right. Well, thanks, Zoo, for stopping by. Show derailed successfully in the first 12
I also
minutes.
love how his volume was like super loud too.
Oh yeah,
There.
classic.
There you go, Rob. Is that
Classic.
good?
Classic. All right, so
Oh yeah,
It's
it looks
the-
pretty cool.
makes the
cable
ladies
that-
go crazy.
the magnetic cable just sticks to the side of my headphones. So it's
Dude.
good.
I like the
It's a
Christmas
neural
tree.
link.
I like the Christmas tree in your background, band. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I like the where is it? Right there.
A little skeleton booper.
Oh my gosh. I thought someone would figure it out. I guess not.
What?
Oh, someone said I need to put handhelds on my tree.
Oh,
I don't think that's gonna work.
yeah. Some of them, the McNuggy might fit. Hey, look who joined the show. It is
Wait,
Todd.
oh my gosh, it's Todd.
ToddTronics.
all sorts of people popping on now. This is great.
Yeah, it's a full party now.
What's up, man? What's up? Happy December. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
And happy 1,000 subscribers. We were celebrating that for you a few minutes ago, looking at your channel. Dude,
Yeah, I
you
was snooping the chat.
You did this in 30 days. You speed ran. You and Derek
Wow.
speed ran. You were both started not too long back, and you made it to 1K. How does it feel?
Feels great, man. It feels great to be supported. I think that's the thing that matters the most. You know, it's like, I don't do this, of course, for subscribers, but it's nice to put something out and get feedback from
Yeah.
real people and know how it went, you know, something
You
to learn
said-
from.
You said you're doing the review thing. You've been on TikTok a long time, but you said you kind of want to switch over to like video essay format. Is that something you're still planning to do now?
Yeah, I do like doing the reviews, and it's something that I'll probably start weaning more towards helping you guys out with. But I
thank
need the
you.
practice. Yeah, I need the practice of the practical setting up the equipment and knowing how it's going to work for the purpose that I'm using it for. So video essays, of course, they are really long. They take a lot of intricate weaving of clips and information and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I definitely feel like I need a lot more practice doing simpler tasks under my belt. So that way a 30-minute video essay isn't like a 6-month project, you
Right.
know? And so it's cool because that's something that I can work on in the background, because there's a lot of like researching and scripting and kind of like, because I'm kind of a comedian too. So writing jokes and kind of practicing
Wait,
them.
what?
Yeah, I used to do like comedy stuff and stuff like that. But
You did open mics and stuff?
no, not open mics, but you know, just class clown. I did write jokes for one of my buddies that did open mics for a while though, like help
No
him
way.
write jokes. Yeah.
Dude, that is so cool.
So I like the comedy aspect of video essays. And when it ties into video games, it's like marrying all my favorite things. Like I like history and learning, which is kind of what video essays are. They're kind of like, you know, a mini documentary of sorts. And then the comedy and then tying it into video games. So there's a few creators that do this really well. And it sucks because it feels like everyone that's not those like 3 creators is just trying to become a carbon copy of those 3 content creators. So my reluctancy to start with my format is till I kind of get my own idea, like how I should do it, you know, because I don't
Right.
want to just do that.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, you know. And you're finding your footing. And dude, it took me, I don't know, I've been doing the YouTube thing for like I guess 4-5 years now, and just in the last like 6 months, I feel like I've really found my stride in this niche. Like, what's my voice? Like, what am I doing here? Beyond like, all right, here's a review of a handheld. Here's another thing. So, yeah, just kudos to you for figuring that out so soon.
I mean, I have a lot of you guys to thank. I think that, a couple of years ago compared to now, like probably at COVID times to now, it seemed like a lot of, handheld reviews were kind of the Wild West, where people were kind of learning about these things as they were already out to the market. And it seems like you guys do a good job kind of covering the hype and the release. And like, so we know these things are coming now. So then we know who to look to kind of get our information from.
Right.
And now that there's so much of that, it's a lot easier to kind of figure out, okay, this is what works and this is what people need to take away from a video. So, I mean, maybe it took you a little longer, but you were kind of pioneering things at the same time. So you have to give yourself a little credit.
Yeah, I guess it was such a different landscape back in 2019, 2020. It was, I mean, this whole niche was really built off of, figuring out, creating out of nothing, basically, So that's a good point. That's cool. Okay, well, welcome to the show. And we were just, where were we? We were talking about games of the month. And we're going to look at, Cyber Monday is almost over, but there are some last minute deals you can get if you're watching the show live, at least. And a few that I wanted to highlight was I picked up a 2 terabyte micro SD card from SanDisk for $161, which is $4 cheaper than the same, Team Group version of their 2 terabyte. So that was really freaking cool. Also got a PS Portal 30th anniversary edition because those came back in stock today, and they've been in stock like all day from PS Direct. So go to psdirect.com if you want a Portal. Hopefully those are still in stock. And also, what do you guys think? Any good deals you found?
I mean, the SanDisk one, that's crazy. I mean,
It really
I didn't
is.
even know about that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to pick that up.
Yeah, right. You don't need 2 terabytes, but it's like for those prices, and they've been over $200 in the last, few months. You
Even
could
just
add 2
thinking about
terabytes to anything.
Like even the 1 terabyte price is just thinking about what they're going for nowadays. It's just unreal that it's so cheap. I mean, you could throw it into every device you own, basically. It's like,
Yeah,
why
you might
not?
as well just get 1 terabytes, for everything. For you're like me, mini, and just
Yeah, y'all thought I was crazy.
you don't
Hey,
I
have
have
I
an
don't know.
idea. I have an idea.
yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 terabytes. So
All right.
you could technically have like the folder structure for several different operating systems. You know how some of them want you to name like GBA games like GBA,
Right.
and then so you have so much space, you could have all your games copied, like the same games in one folder, in another folder, just with the file structure that another operating system would use. And then you could just take this 1 2 terabyte SD card and literally just bounce it back and forth, or even partition it and bounce it
Right.
back and forth between all of your handhelds.
It saves money, and that's really the better way to go. Things like MuOS and things like, any of the OSs that share MinUI, I think that you can do 1 card for all. That's just such an awesome way to go. And there's not only that, but the Tarantula Pro controller, that's one I also want to call out. That's my favorite controller this year. And that's on sale, I think, for like $62 or $63.
I got an email from GameSir about checking that out, and I'm like really scared to go down that rabbit hole because they already send me things unprompted sometimes, and I'm blessed for
Dude.
that. But oh man,
I'm not
They
even a
have,
controller. I'm not a controller guy, and the Tarantula makes me a controller guy.
How
Well,
dare
they have
you.
like a release schedule like Ambernick. I mean, they just churn product out.
it's
crazy.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and they're so similar in names that when you're trying to review these things, I'm sure you guys know,
Yeah.
like the Cyclone and then the Cyclone Pro, or they have the what's the one that me and Russ were talking about, and just the G7. There's a G7.
Yeah.
And there's a G7 SE, and now there's a G7 HE, which I don't even know how to differentiate the difference.
They also have a G8, the
Oh,
G8,
they'll-
the G8 Plus.
Yeah,
so I don't know about all those, but the Cyclone's pretty solid, and the Tarantula is super solid. So those are my recommends from GameSir.
So, Stubbs,
Ah,
you're telling me I should go onto Amazon right now and buy the Cyclone 2 with the charging dock for $55?
that's a great deal on this, right? Because we were looking at this last week,
Mhm.
and I think it was $60 normally. So I mean, you're not Pretty good deal. Pretty
But
good deal.
it's like it's on Amazon. It's not from like AliExpress.
It does ship right to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
do
need
love
another
the-
one, but it's nice.
I do love the face buttons on the Cyclone like line of controllers. I remember when Dragon Ball Sparking Zero first came out, the fact that they were so clicky and precise, like I felt like I was really intuitive with what I was doing. It was probably really loud and obnoxious for my wife to have to deal with, but yeah, no, the Cyclone
like it?
buttons, it's loud, but it feels good.
People are in two camps. You know, I'm more of the give me the mushy rubber membrane, the clicky or go full clicky. These hybrid ones that's like on the Cyclone that's half clicky, half mushy. It feels like it adds a little resistance for no good reason to me, but I know everyone feels differently. So I never say like, oh, it's, you know, discount it. It's definitely the best of that style of clicky for sure.
So you guys probably know this from the Discord, but the viewers don't know this. So I used to build arcade machines and service them. So
What?
wait, you didn't know this? I don't know. I put pictures.
We didn't
and
go in
videos
depth
in
in it.
Discord.
You mentioned it, I think, once, but I'm excited. You should make a video essay about that. That'd be sweet.
Absolutely, I would love that. It would probably make a huge mess. I'd start buying woodworking tools again, and it would spiral my life, but it would be worth it. But that's how I got into emulation, was building arcade cabinets, and then that kind of spiraled into, oh, okay, well, I don't need to sit at this gigantic thing. I can sit at my living room TV with like a Raspberry Pi, and then that dwindled down to like, oh, I could have this thing that has like a 3.2-inch screen right in my face, and I don't have to share this with anybody. And then, you know, that's how it all spiraled down. So here I am. But back to the arcade thing. That is
Yes,
like
that's awesome.
That is one of the like most divided groups of people. Like if you ever listen to people about the controllers they build for like Evo tournaments and stuff, like the camps are so diehard. Like some people want Sanwa, some people like Hap. There's like, and now like a lot of these, I don't want to reach behind me and grab it, but now these are basically just glorified keyboards with keyboard switches in them. So it's like they're, I don't know. Everyone's very specific when it comes to buttons, and that's never going to change no matter where you're putting the buttons.
Yeah, no matter where you're putting them.
Or putting them in.
Or putting them in. Zoo from Zoo Reviews chimed in and said, you know, you guys talking about building arcade cabinets, because he did that too on one of his videos. But I think Todd, Zoo will have to learn from you.
I don't want to claim that. I mean, you know, I really did it initially because I like the woodworking aspect of it. And then like a big theme with me is marrying all my hobbies. So that way when one starts to dull off and I'm not as interested in one hobby, I can like quickly grab another thing I like and then just like refresh it with it. And so like I was on a big woodworking kick, and then that got into like a big like Linux kick, and then programming the buttons and then emulation. So
it's a whole rabbit hole, it sounds like. And I've used the Sanwas. I think those feel really good. I've got a little bit into the joystick arcade thing. Mr. Sujano trained me a little bit, but I can't say that it's like a main focus or hobby of mine. So I'd love to learn from you and your passion about it more, please. Yes.
I have a product I'm doing a video on soon. I'll send you a picture before the video goes up, but it's going to kind of, again, put those things together between like handhelds, emulation, and arcade stuff, and it's super cool.
A convergence.
But it's cool because for me, it opened my mind up to like a different possibility, and then I was like, oh wow, you know, being stuck in this one camp, and then just opening your mind a little, you're like, oh, maybe I wasn't right.
Well, we've all been there, except for Zoo. He said he's never admitted to being wrong before.
He's never been wrong.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Well,
That's stern but fair.
Oh man. So Ban, that controller handheld. When are we gonna get an update about that?
Controller handheld.
I mean, excuse me, the steering wheel handheld. Yeah, I'm staring right at it. I'm not looking at anybody. I'm just looking at that the whole time.
That thing.
Yeah, because you said you had nothing new in your life. I was watching the stream before I was in here, and I was thinking, man, he's really not going to bring that up.
What do you really own?
Sorry to kind of take control here for a second. I'm just really curious.
To see it.
Yes.
We all want to see this.
So for those that don't know, it doesn't take Ben much convincing to try something weird, which I
Hey,
appreciate.
You got the e-waste in. You got the e-waste steering
just-
wheel in.
I just want to
You
say
love it.
that
You love it.
it's awful.
It's bad.
So
Is it a-
the A button is right here at the top right corner.
So are they like what they look like? They're 3D printed. Can you give us like a close up of that? Because it looks awful.
Oh no.
It's not 3D printed, but like
It looks
Oh.
so bad.
Oh, how much was this again? Like $17?
so before shipping, it was $24.
Did you
Oh,
did you use the RH credit card for this?
I did.
Oh no.
well, Zoo's about to fire you.
Shipping was $17.
Oh,
If we had bought a second one, shipping would have been $57.
patrons, this is what your hard-earned dollars goes towards apparently.
So
these
so they're
days.
using
What are we doing here?
Oh,
so they're using the Ambernick controller tactic.
Who approved
like-
this?
The
Stubbs,
shipping
you
is part
did.
of the price.
Ah, I did. Ah, dang it!
Yeah.
Was it 2 in the morning?
No, it was at like 4 in the afternoon for you.
you better
Oh,
hope
yeah.
Zoo's not watching this.
Okay, hopefully
one-
Zoo went to bed.
There's one really funny thing about this, and
What?
it's that all of the I/O is up on the top here. Like right under,
It's so good.
right underneath the like steering wheel. So you know what they did?
Okay, show us the screen.
Wait,
What they do?
Oh,
no.
they put a hole in it.
Yes, I love
Oh, no.
it. This is next level design right here.
What are they doing?
Brilliant.
You can see both the USB-C and the mini USB.
They have mini USB. It's 2024.
Well, yeah, because it came with a 3.5mm to AV cable.
Oh no.
What about the Fast and the Furious X logo on there?
Oh yeah, that's great.
We'll have to compare this to the Pocket Evo.
Hey, wait,
It's
there's a
good.
benefit. So if it has an AV cable, you could natively hook it up to a CRT, and theoretically, oh my gosh, it's so bad.
Ah,
You can't see it because it's just so blinding, but it says welcome, but the C is like higher up by a good margin.
people are noticing that your camera's flipped. That's why the D-pad's on the wrong side.
Oh, guys.
All his
Nice,
D-pads are on the wrong side. Now I can't unsee it.
Fine, let me just
Cardi and Beardizer, Paul Walker died for this. Oh no.
No!
No.
Oh,
What an awful thing
No.
to say.
Here, let me do this for you guys.
You can do a horizontal flip in OBS if that's what you're running through. That's the easiest. There you
No.
go. That's your regular look.
Ben Howe has
Hey.
the best handheld in existence.
You know what? That's where I remember this now. You're gonna send that to me to look at after you, but actually don't. So
Are you
I'm
sure?
good.
I'm
I'm
starting
good.
to notice something.
I'm
Ben likes
good.
handhelds that are circular.
You keep it.
So
It's
There-
yours.
there is a video recorded for this, but it just needs to be edited for
Oh,
it's-
there is?
It wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't
fantastic.
deemed safe for the public consumption.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
So here's
Does
what
that
I
say
think would be
TBS
good.
on it?
It has the 6-button layout, so theoretically it'd be great for Sega games, right?
true.
Yeah, it's got Mega Drive right there.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
What does it play up to? PS1?
I don't think it has PS1 on here.
Maybe if you overclock it.
Wait,
You
no
got,
Gran Turismo?
got
You
Mega
should-
Drive, Sega SMC, Super Famicom, NES, Mega Drive, MAME, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, Famicom, and Capcom Play System.
Dude, you should play racing games on there and like actually turn the wheel as you're playing them just for fun. I know there's no gyroscope, but unless
Guys,
there
you do that
is,
with your controllers.
have you
There's
tested
not.
that?
There's
Oh,
not.
That'd be
Like-
nuts.
It's all just blank here.
Yeah.
It's all just blank, and the names are all messed up. Like, it really feels like 2021 or 2020 again.
All right.
No, that screams like 2009.
All right.
Don't hate on 2009 like that. You just came
Hey.
out of a recession.
Hey, can I out e-waste you for a second? Because I got my R36S Max in.
Oh. No,
That's right,
I
everybody.
can't. No.
Huh?
I
ready?
hate that this thing exists.
Oh wait, could somebody hear the noises this thing was making?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you could hear that.
should we unbox this? I wasn't gonna even bring this up today.
Oh, it came with a case.
Came with the unique style case,
The controller's his mouth. Nice.
and it has like
Oh.
little screen protector, which is cool.
What?
Okay, here we go. Goal time for
Oh.
soccer. So here you go. So it has a little soccer field for the speaker cutouts. I think that is right. And we have a little soccer ball thing that it turns in place for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
It's a
so
scroll wheel.
It's a scroll wheel, and let's
It's a
do that.
fidget spinner built in.
Let's do that satisfying removal. Oh yeah, huh? How about that, Rob?
It's
Does that
awful.
get you going? Okay, so let's turn this on. So this is a 1:1 aspect ratio from game console. R36S Max. They have that badonk that Rob loves so much in the back, and this is the transparent colorway here. Decently not too loud. Are we getting hyped for this? Are we getting
No. Put that Windex
Just
music
you.
away.
Just-
this isn't. I don't know if this is Windex worthy for me. I wouldn't Windex this one. Let's see. The brightness is a little bit much, so let's get in here. And let's go ahead and turn that old thing down. Oh no, that's the wrong button.
How does that thing feel in your hands compared to like the what is it? The RGB 20 SX? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Give me a second. I need to make this look good on camera first before anything else right now. Can I hold it down? Okay. No. Anyways, it's still too bright. Compared to what was the one you said? The RGB 20SX?
Yeah, because I actually am pretty fond of that handheld, and I'm a notorious Powkiddy hater.
The SX is totally underrated.
Oh, it's great.
Dr. Stubbs will get his hands on the butt handheld. Yeah, people are making jokes with the meme with my thumbnail today for my Evo video with the doctor. And I'm not actually becoming a proctologist. I know a lot of
Not
people
yet.
thought that, but it's not on my career path at present. There we go. Or what's a doctor who works on like electronics and stuff?
A doctor that works on electronics.
I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, like bionics, like
Oh, that's
Cyberpunk,
true.
where you
Stubbs
get, like-
inventing professions now.
is that a
I
new
make like
profession?
prosthesis.
Yeah, they put in like the chips in you. Everyone's worried about getting chipped.
Oh, Neuralink?
Neuralink, that's the one.
Yeah.
There'll be doctors for that eventually.
Your band has a neural link on his neck.
It
No,
took me a
not
while to get.
anymore.
It took me a
Oh,
while
you-
to get
you
to that talking
disconnected.
point.
I ripped it off.
Yeah, so definitely the RGB 20SX is more comfortable. While you'd think that these two bump outs would be comfortable, they're really not. It just adds bulk for really no reason at all. And it's definitely not comfortable because of just how compact it is. So I mean, like to make the way you're supposed to hold this, it feels like is like this, and it's just like
Oh, it's got that K36 thing going
yeah,
on.
it's the K36 style.
Oh,
Like it's just a mess
so
back
bad.
here. It's a
So
mess.
bad.
I don't recommend it. But you know what? This has a decent feeling. I'm gonna find something I like. Hold on. So
It's
far,
orange.
nothing. So far, it's nothing. I like the
I
colorway.
like-
Basically, I bought it because of the color. The D-pad is super loose and does not feel good. The face buttons are square for some weird reason. They're fine, but they're also pretty loose. The joysticks, though, they're standard Switch joysticks. This middle button, I don't know why it turns, but it's at least satisfying to press. And the two little buttons up front are hearts. Actually, they're heart shaped for some reason. Start and select. So basically,
Wow.
this is a.
I hate this thing so much.
Is this a 3566 band? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, so there you
it
go.
could be.
720 by 720. Yep, it is an RK. No, it's a 3326. They say on
Makes
the
you
box.
worse.
Excuse me. I've been lied to.
It's a 3326.
Burn it. Burn it. Please
Burn it.
Burn it
Well,
down.
At the very least, we don't have to talk about it in December then.
Yeah,
So is
we
that
don't-
going? Is that going in the donations?
Yeah, and so that's a great pivot topic. Is that we are doing a year-end giveaway, and we're taking all donations. And Band is actually putting together mystery boxes. One good handheld will be in every box, and then we're going to mix it in with some. We'll see. Good for some, and not good for others. Who knows? You
So,
guys can
like,
trade with each other after you get the boxes.
I'm only giving good donations this year because I don't
See,
want that
that's-
karma.
Yeah, you're a kind soul, and I also want to give good donations. So
But,
I
like-
don't know that I would want to donate this. And we're not doing like, you know,
Yeah, ban.
McNuggies. You know, we're not doing
Well,
that.
you aren't.
Oh, yeah,
Matt
okay,
Davis-
I'm not.
Matt Davis said, I worry that game console might be tarnishing their brand. You mean the game console brand?
Team Retro apparently
There's-
sent a bunch of stuff to me today.
Oh, nice. Well, that's really
I'm
cool.
hoarding stuff too. I got a bunch too.
So
Um,
contact Ban on Discord, everybody, if you're interested in donating to that. And if you want to win stuff from the giveaway, well, stay tuned because next week we're going to have round 3 of our Handheld of the Year voting. And that is going to have an option to put in your Discord name to have you enter into the giveaway. If you want to win something, maybe get something for a kid in your life or somebody who otherwise wouldn't be able to get all of these handhelds.
The best thing about that is the screen, and I wish we didn't waste it.
Yeah,
on
I'm going to
that.
get it right up to the camera so that the camera looks better, but the screen actually looks pretty decent on this, and I'm not seeing really any light bleed a little bit at the bottom. But the R36X S Max, there you go. It's another 3326 if it's for you. If you want a really cheap 1x1 option, that could be it. Nothing necessarily horribly wrong with this. It's just kind of like, there's so many freaking options. I don't know that this is one that I'd reach for. So
Somebody had to be employed to design this thing somewhere, and he wasn't
What-
coming up with anything.
He got
like, what-
fired afterwards.
this whole situation here, and the square buttons to the soccer field, to the soccer spinny ball, to the heart buttons, to the just awkwardly loose D-pad. No. Maybe we'll be more entertained by SJ Gam's offering because that's right. I got
Oh
more
my
UAs.
gosh.
So this is the PS5 that we have at home, is what they've built here. Or I mean, the RP5 that we have at home, and this has Vita
This is the TrimUI at home.
non-clickable sticks. The TrimUI, yeah, you're right. It's more like the TrimUI at home. Is what it
Why
is.
is it so thick?
So
I don't know. It's
ugly.
very thick. Look at this bump out.
Oh my
It's not-
god.
It's not uncomfortable.
Can we have a mystery butt bundle? Just butt
No,
handle.
Not the
Else.
music. Not the music for this. This isn't music.
Cut it out.
This isn't
Cut it out.
Windex worthy.
God.
And it looks just like TrimUI. In fact, I think it's running
The
similar.
RGB on this
same.
analog sticks.
So
jeez.
bright. Let me see if I can get my brightness way down on my camera. Hold on. Let's see. If
That's 100% the same UI. 100%.
Yeah, right. It looks just freaking like it.
I was
are you
just
talking
filming
about?
the TrimUI like 10 minutes before I went on
they're
here.
Innovators. SJ Games. They're a bunch of innovators there.
So
Innovating what?
I have to like get my ISO way down for you to even see the lights at their correct color. So there you go.
This probably has to do with the crazy analog stick RGB lights going
So-
on there.
I was playing on this the other day, and let's see. And I noticed that for one, I can't seem to disable the lights or the sound effects that happen in the menu. This plays up to what looks like GBA, and I think I saw PS1 on here. Yeah, PS1. So, it's going to be your definitely entry-level device, Crash Wolf 3. This
Oh no,
was
your battery's
also-
about to die.
Oh no, this was also from AliExpress. I'll put all these in the description after the show's wrapped up here. But I wouldn't. Nothing this week blew me away from the e-waste category. I always try to find hidden gems, things that maybe are off the radar. It's like, whoa, this is really cool for the money. And these are all. I got these from the AliExpress sale this month. Where, God, I don't know. I don't think I paid more than $30 to $35 for any of these. But such a whirlwind of a month for consumerism and new tech, old tech, new ways to
Oh, not
use
the
tech.
controller.
And they also sent along this very,
Oh.
very cheap feeling PS2 knockoff controller. Like this thing is rough.
It looks like one of those controllers that, like, if you twist it in opposite directions, you'd break it.
Yeah, it has no weight to it. Once they add batteries to it, it might be better. But let's see, camera. Ah,
Oh, sorry, that was me. My bad.
how
Oh
dare
my
you.
gosh, how could you?
How could this? How could you let this
Horrible first time guest.
How-
No,
I thought you were
Yeah.
a professional.
Hey, it has HDMI. That's more than the TrimUI has.
I didn't even say what this is called. This is, what is this? What even is this?
The SJ Gam M22 Pro.
It's the M22 Pro,
P.
M22P. So, and this hasn't. What does this have in it, band? Do you know? This looks like it has dual core 1.2 gigahertz. Says it has a 1920 by 1080 display. That doesn't sound right. 3,000 milliamp hour battery.
Look at the giant 64
sus.
gigabytes on the side.
Those are sus.
I like the Nickelodeon ripoff on the box art too.
I'm pretty sure it's under a
The
3326.
slide.
Anyways, this one's not awful. Like it's the D-pad's okay. The face
How are they
button's actually
getting
still
worse?
decent.
How are these e-waste products
But
getting worse?
I
That's
would
what I'm
say for
wondering.
probably $10 more, get yourself a TrimUI Smart Pro because come on, just come
Or
on.
I mean, if you get
can
it on
disassemble
sale,
that?
Sure, I'll do whatever you want, Rob.
I just try to understand why it's so thick. What does
No,
it have?
man,
Like active cooling in there or something?
oh
What's
no,
going
it
on?
has nothing in there. It's just empty.
I don't know. I know. I had other things too.
If you
Might
win
as
this
well-
giveaway, you lost.
No. So these are still on
you
sale
get
for
it.
Cyber Monday. We're still talking about Cyber Monday deals right now. Let me know in chat if you guys find anything else, but might as well just finish off this round of haul from AliExpress. This is called the RGB 36 Pro, and this one actually is trying to copy a Mew Mini Plus design. It has a removable battery, very, very stiff back buttons. It's trying to look like a Mew Mini Plus, but it just feels pretty bad all the way around. Like those are very, very difficult to press. Has a clickable stick there, and for some reason we have a second stick on this that's diagonally across from the first stick. Let's remove this. Oh, that feels great.
Stubbs.
Okay, what?
Wait, there's another handheld that does that.
What? Oh, that's right, the M18 SJ GAM, bringing it back. This one runs some level of emulation on it.
I'm convinced that if these companies can like make these things and still stick around year after year, like we could make a handheld. Like I don't even.
Right?
Oh my God, even the
ToddTronics
box.
as
Well.
Even the
They
box.
ripped off the box.
Oh
Yeah, it is
stop.
like right.
So
It's the whole
someone donated a Mew Mini
whole
Plus.
thing.
It's the same. It looks the same.
and it looks like it's bricked right out of the box, so it just doesn't even turn on. All right, well,
He's a brick.
that makes that's don't get that one. And
Oh,
lastly,
the
this is probably my
pile
favorite.
continues.
This is a 5,000 milliamp hour power bank that is also a handheld, and I think it's the coolest of the bunch. Look at this. It's actually feels pretty nice. It's metal, and on the back you have your power bank. I like the weight, and this one was only I think $19 or something like that. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So good. This is a clicky style. Todd, you'll like this. These are clicky face buttons. They feel pretty good. Same thing with the D-pad. They're both that clicky pivot to it. We've left and right there. So shoulder buttons are on the bottom. And we have a power indicator for the power bank there. And then on this side, you get a fast charge port, regular charge port, and actually a micro SD card slot right there so you can load on games, it looks like. And how do you even turn this thing on?
You shouldn't.
Oh, no.
No,
Where is the on button on this? I had this going the other day.
please.
Oh,
I like
I
the
no.
see.
smiley
There it
face.
is. There it is. You're right. Smiley face. It has like a little square screen, like a 2.8 inch or something like that.
Don't do it, Stubbs.
What?
It's gonna. No, don't turn it on.
What?
If you listened to Shem, he said like his impressions of it were so good at first,
Yeah.
but then it just fell apart after he turned it on.
Oh no. Yeah, the issue with this, I can tell you, I was playing on it, or I wasn't playing on it. I got to the menu on it, and then there's no games. Like the SD card's corrupted, and now it doesn't even turn on. So here's a second swing and a miss. I like the look, but obviously poor quality control. That's 2 for 2. So
The
you
best
can
thing about it
safely
is the
avoid
color.
AliExpress this week.
Does it
Yeah.
charge your phone? Because if it doesn't charge your phone, then it doesn't have a right to exist.
The real
Yeah, so
question
let's
is,
see.
do you want it to?
Personally,
Rob.
I do.
Does it still work as a power bank? That's important. So let's use the fast charger there, and we're gonna need a USB-C to USB-C.
You don't have to go through all that work for me. I was just making a joke.
Todd, I'm going
it's
through all the
too
work for you,
late.
man.
Todd,
Oh.
this is what happens when you
Todd.
say things.
Todd, you're
That's
on the
true.
show and you're Tronicsing, and we're gonna. Where's my
I think it's important to let everyone know that I just bought some e-waste while we were talking.
dude? You not just see the
Do
downfall
you
of
not
buying
have any
e-waste on camera?
self-restraint here?
It's orange.
Oh, okay. Oh, what do you get? What'd you get?
Let me see if the O30S.
Oh,
What
I
is
have
that?
I have that.
Rob already has it.
I have it.
What the? Rob already beat me to the punch.
Hey,
I have
it's
it.
charging. Look, see, there you go. Not a complete waste.
I want to
Looks
point out that
cool.
I was
What?
gonna say I want to point out that I think it was supposed to also wirelessly charge, but I let you, fumble around grabbing all the cables for nothing.
Oh, it wirelessly charges?
Yeah.
that was the whole
Yeah.
point of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it magnetically attaches.
Yeah, it's like
Dude,
MagSafe.
magnets.
Hey,
it has
at least-
magnets.
Doing better than the X1 Mini. I'll tell you.
I was
that
hoping
much.
someone other than me would point it out because I was the one that
It
started
holds.
the whole
It
shenanigan.
holds.
But there you
You
go.
don't even need a cable. Oh no.
But- oh no!
Oh no.
What is going on?
What is that?
What in the world is trying to hack my phone? No, get it out of here.
Oh man!
What
I've
just
never seen this
happened?
before. Dude, I've never seen this on my phone. Oh no. What in the hell?
I feel responsible. Oh no!
Is that a barcode?
This is what they said TikTok was gonna do to our phones, dude.
Ah, it's downloading something. No, I'm serious. What the hell?
This is so
Stubbs,
good.
Stubbs, I think you've been
I
hacked.
can't.
Volume down key. Todd, no.
Oh god, I owe you a phone. My
Volume
bad.
down key plus slide key for more than 7 seconds. There is no slide key. Why is it downloading something?
Oh no! What have I done?
Hey, Stubbs, if you wait till tomorrow, I got a phone
Hold on.
you can buy off me.
Hold on. This is my main phone. Hold on. I'm powering this down.
I swear on my life, I had no idea that this was even possible.
Todd knew this was coming.
Oh
is it?
no.
Downloading.
Don't buy this. And I'm definitely
Oh.
don't even look it up. I don't even tell you the name of the product.
Oh,
I
by
don't
the
want
way,
anybody else
guys,
to possibly buy this
whatever you do,
as I'm actively being hacked.
do not buy the Q88.
Is
Oh
that what
my
this is called?
god!
Well, don't tell them.
Hopefully, we can like clip this and at least get you like 3 million views so you can buy a new phone because I feel so bad.
On Bricks
Dude,
Live
this
on
is-
podcast.
Yeah,
This
but like
is,
shorts make
actually-
no money.
This is actually messing up my stuff right now. Wow.
How could they do that through just a wireless charger?
I have no idea.
Like magnets haven't been scary for electronics since like VHS tapes. Like what the heck?
What I'm confused by is this performs so poorly. It doesn't play games, doesn't even turn on, but it somehow can magnetically wirelessly send power and then do
Andrew-
like hacker man stuff. This can't be real. Like,
Andrew
this-
says hold all three at once.
Oh, hold all three at once. Okay. Like, hold on. Let's be logical here.
Oh man, I don't know. That
What?
caught me by surprise pretty
Yeah,
bad.
I've never ever had that happen before.
At first, I
That's
thought
dumb.
you were doing this really intricate bit where I was kind of ribbing you a little bit, so you had something ready to go to get me back.
No,
but-
that's the great thing about being live is that you can have
Wait.
very interesting surprises happen.
They're
Sometimes
trying,
not so great. Okay,
they're trying to
Let's
reach
see.
you about your car's extended warranty.
dude, our website's been hacked almost hacked this week. Freaking everything, man. They're out there. They're trying their best, but we keep we don't let anything get us down. Hey, my
All right, well,
phone's
don't
back.
dox yourself now. So put the phone away.
Yeah, my phone's back. I'm gonna turn it off. It looks like it's fine.
Oh man.
That was nuts. That was really nerve-wracking.
At the very least, that makes for a very interesting clip.
Oh yeah.
It's for the viewers, right? It's for the viewers. Well, that kind of drains the energy from my sales from wanting to show off too much more e-waste right now.
I don't blame you.
My phone looks
Here,
fine.
if you guys just want to talk e-waste, I'll just hold
No.
this up.
I'm over it.
That's
We have a show to
awful.
run.
It's
We have
awful.
a show to run.
It feels awful.
Get that out of here. I'm sorry, everybody.
I mean, that probably was pretty entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was scary.
That was. I don't know how. Well, I'm just trying to figure out the logistics. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm trying to figure out the logistics of how even they could do something at that level. This is, I mean, from an IT guy perspective, it's very interesting. So I'm gonna have to do some research the rest of the night to figure out what the hell. But that's a new one. If that's actually a legitimate attempt.
My guess is whatever it was when it was sending the voltage, it freaked your phone out because it wasn't prepared for it, and it just kind of sent it into like a let's not let anything operate mode.
That makes more sense. Don't buy that, everybody.
Don't put your devices up to it either.
Do that. See, you watch the show, you listen to the show, you learn something new. Just don't even mess with that. Okay.
Just don't.
Should we talk about a good handheld?
Yeah, the MSI Claw. That's right.
Oh.
Good transition, Todd.
Oh,
Everyone's favorite handheld. Now, you all laugh, but I legitimately, like, this is where, because it's time, the speakers, we're getting the 8-inch AI Plus Ultra, Intel Ultra Gen 2, the Lunar Lake. I'm really stoked for this one. And they also released on Amazon now the pre-orders early for this, and the third handheld from MSI, the MSI Claw with the new chipset in the old body.
There's a man named Stubbs who loves to play. He's got a gaming handheld every day. MSI Claw is his little toy, bringing him hours of endless joy. Every morning you can hear him cheer. MSI Claw is always near. Buttons clicking, games galore. Stubbs is playing more and more. Stubbs with his MSI Claw, playing games is what he saw. Thumbs are moving, fingers fast. MSI fun that'll last.
Oh man.
All right. All right, listen. We got MSI Claw in here with a new edition. Claw 8 AI Plus coming out the gate, going to MSI Claw event this year. Didn't make no mistake. We've got the Claw, and we're going to see how it stands up to its competition, because guess what? Russ from Retro Game Core today said the Claw was the only handheld that decently ran with an eGPU. So suck it, everybody else. The Claw's coming back. All right, Rob, what do you think about this one?
I'm excited to check out Lunar Lake. I worry about price points and the rebadge, I guess the refresh of the 7-inch one is kind of interesting that they're still keeping that one.
That one is interesting. I don't think Mini will buy that one. There's no point.
Probably
Might as well
not.
get the 8-inch screen, right? With
But
Super
that price though is that's
$900, but the pre-orders have been going up intermittently on Amazon and now at Best Buy as well. If you're interested, we'll add that into the description. Check it out through RH Weekly as well. But just, I know this isn't going to be a huge runaway success until we get really reviews on our hands so people can see. I personally am very hyped and big on this. I know that the first one messed things up, but I think they can bring it back. I think Intel Lunar Lake is just going to be where it's at. Honestly, people don't even know yet. So that's where I'm at with it.
I appreciate that there's already a 1-star review for the Claw 8 AI Plus.
People are triggered. People are mad, and MSI really did fumble the launch, and the original Claw, after months of, love, this person didn't even buy it. It looks like, but
says he was incentivized though.
Oh no.
So maybe he's got a review copy
by Asus.
Oh no.
Too expensive. Buy the AliEx instead on discount for very similar performance.
I think people
if
are
it said
going
Coon,
to be.
I would be really suspicious.
I think people are underplaying the efficiency of Intel this generation. So
can we see the back of that thing?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Lunar Lake is definitely no slouch.
No slouch.
Biggest problem for Lunar Lake though is we are 1 month away from CES. And
that's right.
AMD's cooking Z2 stuff, so
that's the reason I didn't buy anything on sale. I was really close to picking up a Legion Go, and then I had to keep telling myself I'm gonna be mad. Like I'm
Zen
gonna
2.
buy it. Yeah, and then
Well,
man.
and so that's not the only one. We don't need to spend much time on the Claw because the other one is coming to town besides Santa Claus is the Lenovo Legion Go S.
Yep.
But isn't that
And-
using an inferior chip?
The Z1, it's using the Z1 chip, right? But we're
No,
going to be
it's
getting a
Z2.
Z2. It
The
is
Z2.
using a Z2.
Hmm.
See, look at that. And I like the look of this.
It looks like an Ally mixed with like a.
Yeah,
well,
but they removed the removable controllers are done now. Now it's all one block, which I prefer, honestly, now after using the Go multiple times.
I'm excited for this because if it really does come in at that affordable price point,
Yeah.
that would be interesting. It's going to shake the market up a little bit, and we
Yeah.
need that. That was
Yeah.
the problem with the Z1 Ally. It was that it was just too expensive initially. But imagine if they had dropped it for $399, $499 out of the gate, that would have been a little bit
Yeah.
different story for them. So
yeah, and
hopefully Lenovo can pull it off.
the article that this is on is like speculating that it is going to be sub 500.
It'd be
Is
nice.
it still an 8.8-inch screen? I can't tell from. I tried to find this last night, but honestly, I started falling asleep, and then I kind of forgot about it to this morning.
Pro dad move right there. That's good.
Yeah,
The
really.
big thing for me is the optical pointer too, like what you see like on the Win 4.
They should have just put like a ThinkPad like nub on it.
No,
I'd
those
love that.
optical things are really good. It's really good on the Win 4. So if it's anything like that, it'll be really nice.
It's going to have to compete against that Zen 2. You know, the Zen 2 versus that Intel Core Ultra. I can't remember.
What about the
280.
Zotac Zone? Is that still coming out?
I don't know.
I think it
Supposedly.
I think
So it-
didn't it release in Europe?
It did actually release. Yeah, it
Yeah.
released.
Okay, I've heard
Sort of,
nothing about
yeah.
it, but I'm very
As-
interested.
Well, as I got my hands on with that in Taiwan, and I played with it a little while, and I even played with it in private for a little while.
Oh,
And no,
Okay,
I can stop with my mouth. Okay,
excuse me.
just okay. Let me step back for a second.
it looks nice.
I used the Zotac, and it's not good. Okay, the OLED looks decent. It feels bad. It's the weight distribution is super funky. I don't care how much further they've come since this prototype. It's just the actual body of this thing. It just doesn't. It's so heavy, not well balanced. The sticks don't feel good. They don't.
The placement of that
doesn't
stick
feel
is
right.
weird.
The D-pad on that pivot D-pad does not feel good. The touch pads are in an awkward spot as well ergonomically, and the face buttons are too offset on the right. So this is one that I think I'm not even going to try to get. I've kind of already got my thoughts formed. In fact, I really should release that video now, where we did our hands-on impressions. I think any sort of embargo has cleared by now. So
It's got to be. They're not even talking about it themselves anymore.
What about the Acer one too? The Acer one just vanished as
The
well.
Nitro, whatever.
I haven't tried the
Yeah,
Swift
Bring back the Blaze.
or the Blaze or whatever. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know about
yeah.
that.
I'm
It's
actually
gone in a
interested to
blaze
check
of
out.
fire.
I might pick up the MSI Claw. I might. The 8-inch one that's coming out. That seems interesting to me.
Tim from Team Pandora, it looks like a Steam Deck. Are you blind, Stubbs? Yeah, they're trying to go for the Steam Deck idea. It just doesn't work in the same ergonomical way as the Steam Deck. I like how the Steam Deck sets up their things. This is just a slightly off in all of its places. When you get it in your hands, you'll kind of get that where it's like, oh,
It's also not $1,000.
right. It's also
Steam Deck is half the price.
yeah.
See,
the
no one
Steam
does
Deck
it
was
right.
$1,000.
Having the thumbs be at the top of something you're holding on to is just so smart. I understand, like, even as someone who prefers Xbox style with the diagonal sticks, that's different when something weighs like under a pound. But
Yeah.
like the fact that like to move your thumbs to go use face buttons or the D-pad on the Steam Deck is just this, like there's no re-gripping. So I can understand why they maybe wanted to copy that and have them be like next to each other, but they went the total wrong direction.
Agreed there. There's other ones too. The OneXPlayer is back. I saw their OneX GPU video. Check out Russ's video today. It really is cool because they did highlight the fact that, for one, the MSI Claw was the only one that really worked well with the GPU and the OneX Fly. But it's pretty funny. I liked it. But now OneXPlayer has this new OneGx 2, which is basically their take on a GPD WinMax 2. So it has the laptop style, but with controls built into the top. And the teaser here looks interesting.
Yeah, they've done this before.
Oh, they have. They called
The keyboard's
it the,
unique, though. The keyboard is pretty cool what they're doing
The
here.
one GX like one.
Yeah, it was a one
Yeah,
GX
yeah.
one. Yep.
okay.
It
They
was
even
not
stayed-
liked much.
Okay. It looks a little awkward.
I've never held like a GPD Win. I've always wanted one. We talked about this before. The XD and the XD Plus were our
Right.
first like, oh my God, this is amazing. So I've always wanted to love a powerful clamshell, but I just can't get over the idea of like how do you hold it and look at it in a way that both makes sense? Because I feel like I'd want to hold it angled, but look at it straight on. And that feels weird. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me in any way, really. I get it, like, and the WinMax 2, I think, is the best version of this idea, but it's still like, yeah, I guess I don't get it. But the GPD Win, the early models, those were awesome. GPD Win 2, man, that's the one I recommend from the lineup, or the GPD Win 4.
But the weight difference in those compared to something like this has got to be massive.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like if it's light, then sure, yeah, it's like a 3DS or something. But
Sure.
like once you get into like I'm holding a laptop territory, I just don't know how willing I'm gonna give myself carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard for them to do better than what GPD did with the WinMax 2 already. That's the thing.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a huge point to it. So it's
I don't know.
interesting. We'll let him cook, right? We'll let him cook and see. We'll take a look.
I love
I'm always open to having my mind changed, you know?
Me-
I mean,
Let's be wrong every once in a while.
No,
I was very wrong to try that magnetic power bank thing.
oh, man. The amount of guilt I felt like in my heart, like I was ready to just start texting you and be like, I swear I'll buy you another phone.
But
Like,
how
I
do you
No,
just-
man,
text
no.
them?
Hey, I do everything of my own free will and volition on the show. Okay, no one forces me to do any terrible things except for, of course, the haunted attic, which I'll give you the update on that. So yeah, my wife and I, as I told you guys last week, there was a strange noise. It sounds like there's ghosts or something running around up there. Today and last night we were not able to sleep super well. Last night I was working on a video. At about 2 a.m, I hear this like just running across
Not
the
a-
ceiling.
And
I'm like, what in the world? And my wife in today was like, did you hear that at like 2 a.m? Like something was just running around in the attic. Like, I hope we don't have like raccoons or something living up there. I'm like, well, I hope we don't have somebody living up there. She's like, how would they even get in? And I'm like, well, there is the portal, but we're not allowed to talk about that after the whole incident. And so, like, I don't know what's going on up there, but it's super spooky. And anytime I'm home alone now, I'm like, and then again,
well, the President Ban left behind.
I think he left something. He grew something. I'm afraid he grew some sort of bionic
all his
something.
e-waste batteries just like dripping into like a pile of mold, making like an e-waste person monster.
Like there might be an e-waste monster literally up there just sludging around my attic, planning something. I don't know what it's planning. But the point is that this is how I fix all this. Again, I put on the Beach Boys or whatever song makes you feel happy inside to forget about all your troubles. And then my ADHD kicks in and I forget about it. So it's great. It's a great tactic. I hope I survive the night. Okay, what else do we got going on today? Stop it, camera. That's right. Steam Controller 2 leaked. So look at this.
I hate the look.
You don't like it? You don't love it? That's not the final design. It can't be. That's like Zotac Zone level.
I'm convinced it's comfortable. I'm convinced somehow
Maybe it
that
is.
like
I mean,
being
yeah, let him cook. But what do you think, Todd? I mean,
okay, so I had to warm up to the original Steam controller because it was kind of hideous. No offense to
Yeah.
anyone that likes it. It's not a good looking controller. It looks weird. But I love it. So I'm convinced that this looks good, which means that, or at least I think it looks good. So I think it'll work well. I'm worried about how inward the thumbsticks are because I don't have very big hands, but the trackpad, and if it has gyro, that's a huge plus.
Well,
It's
I
got to
really,
be better. It's got to be better than the Hori one that was just released.
that was horrible.
Yeah, everybody hated on that. I kind of wanted to get my hands on it, but for a while it was only available in Japan, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but now it's
Willis.
on Amazon.
Yeah, for half the
Mm.
price Stubbs paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
if it ends up somehow at my doorstep, I'm just saying, like, I'll give it a shot. I don't know. I have a feeling that if they're making a controller, they have something they're making a controller to be used with because Valve doesn't do anything for no reason. So that's what I'm more interested in. Like, yeah, you're making a controller, but for what?
to play video games.
Wait, you
But
guys
that's not
play
how Valve
video
works. That's not
I
how
know.
Valve works. Valve never just, it would be nice because then we'd get more beautiful things from Valve, but they always have to like tie in a catch. You know what I mean? Like we got this beautiful headset, but then it's because they were making Half-Life Alyx. And then
Right.
Steam, like the Steam Deck was just to be able to stick a middle finger to Microsoft because everyone knows eventually they're going to try to kind of put some walls up on people with gaming and stuff. And that was kind of them drawing a line in the sand saying, look, you can do that, but people will still be able to play Steam games wherever.
Sure. Yeah, no, I get that, man. I get that. But I have faith in Valve, not in the Hori controller so much, but them making another proprietary one. I mean, that might be really freaking cool, and we'll just have to see because the first one was pretty fun, but not one that you could really use in modern day. I think for too much beyond like, playing some of your games that don't support controllers, having that touchpad is really helpful. But
I
these
think
days
it's gonna
we
be
have the
awesome.
Steam Deck. Yeah, it should be awesome. I think so too. We'll let him cook. What's up? What else is up? There we go. Ben, I got to send you a dongle for that bad boy. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, the other one. This is my personal Steam controller.
I can't keep up with how many controllers you have.
I bought this one when they were like clearancing them out for $5.
$5 is a good price. You know what else might be a good price here is this new 8-bit keyboard and mouse combo. They're releasing this,
I want that so bad.
this transparent green Xbox edition. That is the sexiest looking freaking keyboard and mouse I've ever seen in my life. I don't even care. Like that is
So
I need that.
Is this a weird collaboration or is it just me?
I don't even care.
well, 8-bit
Yeah, like you just see green. I
Here's
don't
the
care.
thing though, 8-bit Do has been like collaborating with Xbox like a number of times at this point. So it's not like out of nowhere, it's just kind of an odd choice.
And it's got the Xbox like actual button if you look at the top right.
Yeah.
So they're
And-
they're making a point with that. Like, is this something for, the more like I want to play keyboard and mouse, but I have an Xbox Series X kind of thing, or
So it is an actual, from what I can tell, it is an actual button. But the funny thing is in their marketing, 8-bit Do specifically says like, hey, this is for PC, it's not for Xbox. Despite the fact that you can plug it into an Xbox just like you can any other keyboard.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because a lot of games, I remember recently, my buddy wanted to have a bunch of people play like Fortnite at his house for whatever reason, and so I didn't want to bring my laptop because like people are gonna be drinking and stuff, and I was kind of worried something happened. But I was like, I'm gonna just bring my Xbox Series X and a controller and mouse and see how I do. And we got like 5 wins, so I was like, it's not even a compromised experience, really.
Yeah. And so it's like at that point, it's like you might as well just use that if you're taking it somewhere.
I mean, I thought it was cool. I'll buy that 100%.
So just in case you guys aren't aware, they're up for pre-order on Amazon right now.
Hell yeah, brother.
The mouse is $59.99.
Don't even care.
The keyboard is $119.99.
Perfect. It's expensive, but
There are a couple of differences with this version of the 8-bit Do keyboard. Well, first off is the fact that it has that weird Xbox button in the top right.
dude, we should. Sorry, yeah, continue. But
The second is that it uses different switches than the rest of the 8-bit Do keyboards.
Yeah.
Rather than the Kale whites, it's using Kale Jellyfish X transparent switches. and they're transparent because this one has RGB lights.
Okay. I think $119 for a decent keyboard isn't like an unfair ask nowadays, as crazy as that sounds.
Oh yeah, it comes with the oversized buttons still.
Oh, okay. Sold. There you go. That's all you need.
Yeah, and yeah, it's all hot swappable. I should have mentioned that, but it's like it's all hot swap. I still use the IBM one.
I like the stacked layout on the keys too. It's got like a good separation.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which keycap profile that one's using. It might be just like ASA or something similar. But I'm excited for this one mostly because it's green.
I like that they have an homage to the original Xbox around the Xbox button. I just saw that when you were hovering over there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Andrew, you're right. It might be OSA.
Oh man, when it lit up like that, that's gorgeous.
It's got a spot to hold the dongle in the controller or in the keyboard.
Oh yeah. What's funny is it still uses the same dongle as the rest of the 8-bit do keyboards. So it's like Xbox styling, but it's the like little brick dongle.
Uh-huh.
Like that.
That's like the one, oh, that's cool. The little trailed lighting when like the keys you push in. See, that's one thing I'm worried about is I've bought like maybe 4 keyboards this year to make content with. And I could easily see this being another thing that I kind of just pick up as a hobby, but don't have any real reason to. Like I never understood artisan keyboards until a company was like, hey, we're going to send you our artisan keyboard. And I'm like, I'm not the guy, dude. Like I don't know anything. And they're like, better, because you're going to put this next to your, not going to name the brand, but the keyboard, because they asked me what I had. They asked me what I was using. And they're like, you're going to put these next to each other and you're going to be a keyboard guy. And I'm like, and then I tried it and I was like, you're right. There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. I don't talk about it, but in the next room over, I think I've got about 6 keyboards just sitting in there. There's a difference.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like a competitive gamer, so I never could see the point in wanting a nicer keyboard. If it pushes keys, great. But like the feeling and the sound, it gets me. I don't know. Sensory stuff, I guess.
Sorry, I'm just talking to a cyber expert guy who knows about the stuff with the phone stuff. And he's like, all right, wipe your phone. Just DMing me. Thank you, by the way, listeners out there who are on top
Is it that serious, they think?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, man.
Doing a phone wipe right now. All right, well, while we're doing that...
now I feel guilty. That was all my idea.
No.
That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. You know what? It'll be an interesting episode to watch, and I'll report back next week if my life took a horrible turn or not. That's part of the fun and the journey, right? You can't take anything in life too seriously, even if you're hacked. Well, take that pretty seriously and take some measures, but you know, life will go on. 8-bit dough. I'm talking to Acnus as well right now and seeing if we can actually do a giveaway and host a giveaway to give away this combo. Wouldn't that be cool? Like
that would be incredible.
That'd be amazing.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, and the mouse is like an actually like decently spec'd gaming mouse.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Like it makes me forget about the hackers trying to attack me. So
I also love the charging dock that comes with it because you could just put it down.
I'm not a big translucent guy, but for whatever reason, whenever you get that like jungle green Halo Xbox, I'm in. Like instantly, I'm in.
Like all logic goes out the window, and
that was the first like special edition console I ever had, and yeah, forever I'll just want that.
Let's make it a reality. Let's see if Acnus is willing to send one. and that means maybe we can review it too. We'll see.
I'm gonna pre-order one right after this just in case too, because I want to get my hands on that.
That might be one that's limited. 8BitDo usually has stock, but they do release some limited edition stuff. There's also a GameSir G8 Galileo that's going to be in this jungle green Marvel Incredible Hulk colorway.
It's out already. It's actually on sale.
It went on sale for like $60.
Yep.
And guess who has one on the way?
Wait, is it a G8 or G8 Plus?
It's a
G8
great.
Plus. It's a
G8
for $60.
It's a G8 Plus. I asked GameSir and I said, "Would you want to send that one over for a review?" And they ended up just sending one. They're like, just here, take a look at this on the show. So
They're
you
so
guys
gracious.
They're awesome, man. They're good like that.
They're
So
great.
they're gonna send it over. We can take a look at that hopefully next week. Also, if you ever wanted to know how Powkiddy assembled their devices, well, look no further. Not only do they show us into their factory, but they have a fun little song that they made, much like our AI songs. Listen to this. It's incredible. I think when you do your screen share, producer Sony, that you have to actually tell it to use your audio before you even start the screen share.
Oh no.
Well, we'll see that in a second. But yeah, this is posted to Reddit, and I thought it was so funny because not only did Powkiddy show like behind the scenes, but they made this song about themselves and how much they love the RK3566, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Like they are memeing themselves, and I am here for it.
You gotta love when someone gets their own humor, you know?
It was so on brand. Like I just have a little more respect, a little more joy thinking about this every time.
If a company can like outwardly poke fun at their own biggest insecurity, like if Ambernick was just to make a product called like the Ambernick blah 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 blah, like
they did. It's called the RG35XX line of devices.
I know, but I'm saying like, yeah, true.
Look,
But
I
I'm
know,
just saying,
I know,
like, because every time I have to say, like, even in my video today where I was talking about giving away an SP, I just wanted to say Ambernick SP, but in my mind, I knew it wouldn't be right because
Correct.
someone would or someone would like misunderstand what I was trying to get at. So I was like, all right,
Dude.
let's just say the whole thing. And like, you can't tell because I cut it really good, but like, I just get this lisp whenever I say any Ambernick thing because it goes on so long that my mouth starts to dry up and like, I start losing saliva and I can't make all the syllables I need because there's so many things going into the names.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I always have to pause before when I'm making videos, like what is the name of this device? And I screw it up so much on the show live. I screw it up plenty, but recording it's even worse because I don't have the pressure of the live audience there, and so it's like, my brain just really gets bad. Like the AYN Odin 2 portal. I keep calling it the AYN Portal 2 Odin and AYN Odin 2 mini portal. It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, Razer does good. They give like one word names to things. I'm trying to think of who else actually does.
But they
an okay
reuse
job.
names too.
That's true.
They do. Oh,
They just put V2.
Yes. I'm here for it.
Pixel magic, watch it go. 3.5 inches of pure daylight. So bright, feeling so bright.
Oh my gosh.
Level up on your 3566. Brings a past in water mix. Every game, the time machine. Powkiddy X35S King and Queen. There's some dreams alive tonight.
Listen to that breakdown, Todd.
This would be like a banger anime intro. Like I'd watch this anime.
That's what it feels like at this point.
No, it's good.
It's actually legitimately good, like Power Rangers intro music good. Oh, this is the jam. This is the fucking... Oh, this is the jam.
Woo! Ready, set, begin. So calling deep within.
I love that chorus hook.
Heroes fight once more. Adventure comes right to your door.
Right to your door.
Left and right, old school
It does. Did you see that video of me getting a package the other day in Discord?
Yeah.
We should have sent that to Sony to put it in. So for those that don't know,
dreams alive tonight. Retro vibes
Oh,
shining bright.
It keeps going. It keeps going.
All night with Powkiddy, everything's alright.
Every
I didn't think it was gonna keep going. That's great, dude.
That
was
was
a full song.
that was awesome. Powkiddy wrote their own theme song.
Well,
That was
They
the
need that.
best.
I think AI wrote it for them, but it's okay.
Still, like it was.
You know those birthday cards you get and they open and they start playing a song? They got to put that technology in the box. And just like as soon as you start lifting the box off, it starts playing. So you kind of like pause for a second, like what's about to happen? And then you just literally listen to the whole song before you even unbox the item. You're like, okay.
What makes me
Legitimate-
sad is they're not embracing their little ninja guy. They kind of
They
like
could have used him. Like they
Yeah,
could have
what
like the
happened?
animation of him
what
like
happened to him? They
running
just kinda
through.
pushed him to the side. Where is he?
We need him.
bring him back.
We need him. Little guy. little scamp, you know? We need like that song is so catchy. I legitimately want to track down a high quality copy so I can add it to like a playlist, you know, and keep it on the road. Like bump into the
It's gonna
You-
be in the RH album at the end of the year.
You're reviewing a handheld with no words. It's just you like pointing to things and being like,
like Dance Revolution. Like we need the whole thing. We need a Guitar Hero track for that. We need a Beat Saber
I
track
think my
for
next
that.
Powkiddy review is gonna have that in the background.
Satiric wonders, are we going to get a copyright strike for that? I don't know that even Powkiddy can copyright that, right? Like, how does AI copyright work? I don't even know. We have a lot of
we don't even
AI.
want to get into that conversation.
God,
a
no,
whole
that's
can of worms.
another can of worms. Yeah, who knows, man? We make use of it for fun a lot on the show here, and who knows if I don't think we own that content, right? The neural
No.
net does.
My older
AI
brother-
does.
I was gonna say my older brother, he's not my real brother, he's like a best friend, but he runs an Instagram about like retro gaming or whatever. And he has a theme song at the beginning of all his clips. And the theme song is like AI, like pop punk, like about it or whatever. But
Yeah.
you would swear to your life like this is like Simple Plan. But then the
Right.
funny thing is like the dude from Simple Plan, I forget his name, but he actually goes into the store that he works for all the time. And I was like, dude, has he ever called you out for that? He's like, never. Because it
Oh.
sounds like it's ripping him off, like 100%.
Do you guys this week I actually made a Stubbs Nub song with the same technology. What was that website that people are using for this? I can't even remember the name of it now. Producer Sony uses it for our show all the time. Let me see if I can
That was
pull this up.
impressive. Like
That was
I don't-
very impressive. Okay, so I have 2 renditions of Stubbs Nubs, and I'm going to upload it to the show now. So I worked at this one a little while until the prompt got right, and it kind of sounded what my idea was in my head. So it did like a fantasy, it did like a polka music rendition, and then it did like an emo breakdown, My Chemical Romance version.
Rest
So
in
here we
peace.
go. Here we go, everybody.
Stubbs nubs in my hand, they fit so right. Winning awards makes my night. For retro fun, they raise the stakes, stimulating my pancreas like cakes. Pain and pleasure all combined. In joystick caps, I truly find Stubbs nubs, they're a touch divine. A dance of agony and joy intertwined. Stubbs nubs, oh Stubbs nubs, fitting right upon my thumbs. Retro joy in every press, stimulating all my stress. Anyone who's held them knows how deep the fondness often grows. Award-winning caps that take the lead for every gamer's tactile need.
At night I grip my handheld tight. Stubbs, nubs, delight and shock. Pain and pleasure in the fight. My pancreas is on the clock. Stubbs, nubs, they take me there. A world that's far beyond compare. Joy and agony we share. Winning every game I dare. Critics laugh, but they don't see it's more than just a game. Stubbs, nubs, they take me there. A world that's far beyond compare. Joy and agony we share. Winning every game I dare.
We lost Rob.
It keeps going.
Wait. What is going on?
Wow.
Anyways, I put a little time in that this week. That was fun.
Let me pink you. Let me pink you. Let me pink you.
That
Did you
one
write
was
the
my
lyrics for
request.
that? Or did you just give
No.
a prompt for the lyrics?
Well, I told it like the different things I wanted it to like convey, you know, the emotions, the feelings, the sound, the genre, and like what the nubs
Wow.
do. And it's incredible, man. Like it's scary. You know how long it takes me to write and record an actual song, you know, and the fact that it can do this in a few seconds, it's like I don't even know. Like, do I even try to make stuff anymore? You know, this basically gets the idea across, but I don't want to embrace a reality in a society that really buys into that, because at the end of the day, we're all turning into robots. This just got super weird and deep. But anyways, let's get back to the show. We're trying to run. I know. What were you saying, Todd? Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say the one thing I wish that was like more commonly available with these like AI programs is just like it actually like citing its sources, like where it's pulling from. So if you really like something, like I really like that voice, I want to know that they didn't just make that voice. Whose voice could that be? You know?
Maybe it's your voice. I mean, I don't know. Like they train off of somebody, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to have an obvious like hard influence on like the final decision. Like this is who I'm thinking fits this.
The second song, I used their latest version 4 algorithm to do that one, and man, it is just next level high quality with how human it starts to sound. And I'm like, dude, this is uncanny.
Even pronunciations during singing, that was like one thing that always would tell me if something was AI. Like it would start like holding out a note, but then it wouldn't be holding the right like vowel sound. Cause like I like music like you do. So I listen in a lot. If I closed my eyes, nobody told me that was, I would be like, who'd you hire for this? Like,
right. Like there
was no artifacting, so to speak. Like,
what you hear on the V3 songs, like the first one, and also like a lot of ones we have on the show, the MSI Claw song tonight that was funny, but that one also, they couldn't pronounce like MSI right. And like, okay, there's clear giveaways there. But that V4 tech, what is that site? Does anybody know? Where did I even go?
I think someone put it in chat. Someone mentioned it.
Luna, Sona. God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, go play with it. It's a lot of fun to mess with that. Okay, what else are we doing here?
Do you want to take the red pill or the blue pill? I like
do
that.
Do you?
We are fully red pilled in here on the podcast.
Suno AI. That's what it's called. Suno AI. So yeah, that's just the website I went to. It only takes like a minute to like do something like that too. So, and I am not AI. I myself am a real person.
I doubt it.
My face is displayed through an AI technology that won't stop auto zooming. I'm about had it with this OBSBot Meet 2 4K camera that they sent for review here.
Don't say that, because that's what I'm using for my overhead later. So don't curse me.
It's just this firmware. It was great before this firmware update. So I'm like being patient for the new update. But
I don't know what you're talking about, because I'm using
mine
the
works
same
great.
camera.
Dude,
Yeah.
Wait, do we all have Meet 2s?
Meet 2s. Meet 2s.
That's so funny.
Yeah, me too.
Stubbs is that does the crazy thing though.
No, Todd's was doing that too.
Yeah, it was. I had to text him one night because I thought I was going crazy. I thought I broke something.
That just
like,
means you need to get good, like Rob and I.
Yeah, well,
so I'm not using it for my face cam, obviously. I mean, not that I'm saying it doesn't look good. It just doesn't look, the lens on my camera cost 4 of these. Yeah. But I will say I did make a video. I don't know which one, but like a week ago, I made a video and
Yeah.
The entirety of the video, all the overhead was filmed on the Meet 2, stock settings, whatever, and nobody noticed. So why did I spend $1,800 on a camera?
Right?
Isn't it funny
how you can get away with so much less, you know?
And the number one comment was, "Wow, this video quality," and I was like, "Damn, all right."
Isn't that funny how that happens? I'm going through the same trouble right now, like trying to find a future-proofed laptop situation. I don't have a gaming laptop anymore, and so I've been on the hunt comparing different models for the last month or so. And it's so funny. Like I got this top-of-the-line Zephyrus, and it was so fancy. I'm like, I can't spend this much on a laptop. And I went and got like the bottom of the barrel one. And it's like, dude, there's not that much performance difference between an $800 laptop these days and a $2,000 laptop.
You know why?
Why?
Because they won't push wattage to them. Like,
right. So it's a waste, right? Go for the cheaper option.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to make a video on this, and I didn't because I figured it would just get a lot of people mad that already purchased laptops.
Right.
You could buy 6 different of the same configuration laptops. Like you could buy like an i9 1400 whatever and a 4070. You could buy 6 different laptops that are all configured exactly that way, and they'd all perform differently. Like just based on the wattages that they get sent, just like a handheld.
Right, exactly. And like you plug it in and you can push it, sure, but how often, you know, are you going to be using the laptop just plugged in? And on battery, it's like go for the cheaper option, the i5 chips or the Ryzen 5 chips. Go for the 4050s or the 4060s. You know, you don't need the 4070. Hell, you don't even need a discrete graphics sometimes, like this new Lunar Lake chip. I'm serious, like, and the Zen 2 chip from AMD. There's going to be a point where we don't need these discrete graphics, especially for laptops anymore.
No, I agree. We're very close to that. I have the Zephyrus. I have the M16, the one that has the i9 13900 and the 4070.
Yeah, yeah.
And to be honest with you, I don't think it performs that different than the one that I had before, which was an i7 with a 4060.
There is
you're right.
There's a big jump between the 4050 and 4060, but the 4060 to 4070, unless you have the TDP wattage to push it to get that out, the 470 up to it, you know, where it really shines, it's not worth the cost. It's really not.
The only reason I bought it, the only reason I went for that one was because it had a 16:10 aspect ratio, and like I'm all in on that now. Ever since the Steam Deck and everything, and it's a 1600p screen, which is like the sweet spot. Like it's great.
Thank you. This is a more calming conversation. It's crazy, and so I'm just wondering, again, how much we need that. Or here's the other thing, guys, is that why don't we get, you know, integrated graphics on our handhelds and our laptops, and then let's just connect an eGPU. If we're already sitting down, we're going to be plugging it in to get the most out of that video card. Just plug it into an eGPU, add more storage while you're at it. That new OneX GPU 7800, whatever it is. You can use it with any of your devices, your Windows devices, your laptops, right? Your MSI Claw, although I heard it doesn't work real great on any of the better handhelds.
I was going to say, not if you got an AMD. It sounds like it's some trouble there.
A little bit of a driver issue there, but those Claw enjoyers are eating good now, huh? You know, laughed at me.
All 4 of us.
Yeah. Now who's laughing?
Me.
I'll check it out. You've convinced me. I'll check it out. I'll pick one up. I'll see what I think of it. I've been looking for a Windows companion because I can't get myself off of the Steam Deck, and the OLED doesn't really work well with Windows, so...
And I guess not with the Steam Deck either. But it does work with the MSI Claw, and I imagine the new Lunar Lake Claw too. We'll see. We'll find out, because I have a eGPU that I'm looking at now, and I'm like, dude, this whole... You can get a used 7600, their first gen from OneXPlayer for like $500 used. Combine that with a $500 laptop, boom, you have something better than an RTX, 4070 laptop for $1,000.
Yeah, I'm kind of heading down that rabbit hole too, unfortunately. Just yet another thing I want to tinker with because it's going to be cool. And our laptops, because if you got a Zephyrus, then it should have Thunderbolt.
Yep.
The new MSI, I assume, has at least Thunderbolt, or because it's Intel, so it's got to have Thunderbolt because that's their thing.
It's just apparently directly compatible. Yeah, you just plug it in, install the thing, good to go.
Intel's been doing the eGPU stuff for a while now, so I'm not surprised the compatibility is better on that end.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never tried an eGPU before.
Just stay away from the Razer ones. That's what I hear. I hear I've heard nightmares about those. I don't really want to get one that's an all-in-one solution. I think I was talking to Russ the other day, and I think Minisform has a really good option, but it's OcuLink only. So I'm gonna try to create something similar where I have like a small form factor gaming power supply that's not one of those big brick ones. So that way that will be modular as well if something goes wrong with it, and then get my graphics card. Because I'm so scared that I'm gonna buy one of those all-in-one things where your power supply is the brick, and then that gets fried, and then like the whole thing's useless.
Yeah.
Sorry, texting with more people about my phone situation.
Oh.
He just wants to make me feel guilty.
No,
I think it's working.
I'm sorry, Todd. Yeah, I want to bring it up again.
No,
I really don't want you to feel bad. No, I truly don't want you to feel bad. But I don't feel. I also don't. I'm not phased or bothered. Truly, for a second there, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be annoying," but yeah.
Yeah, I used to work for a company where I had like a decent amount of clearance to software to other tech companies, and the amount of like times people would try to hack me specifically, because if they got into me, then they got into what they wanted. And it got to the point where it was getting scary, man. Like these people would be like calling me and be like, "Hey, you want a free oil change on your car? Just send us this email and then we'll send you an email back." And I'm like, you're not even thinking about being hacked. They're talking about your car. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Like,
I don't even have a car.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You just think about what do they want? What are they trying to do? What's the end game here? And it's always money, right? 99% of the time it's money. And there are guards in place and rails in place, even if your technology goes bonkers. It's a frequent thing to deal with. And my day job, and also, in personal life, more and more, they're just coming at you.
Now even handhelds. Now even
your precious $20 e-waste power banks from AliExpress. So it's a lesson learned, everybody. Maybe just don't buy whatever random things that look cute.
I got it upside down.
Look at that fanny pack, RH fanny pack. You can get that now on our spread shop. And is it comfortable? Do you like it?
I do. I used it the other day. We went to like a, what do you call it? Like a farmer's market.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be able to pick up some small things, have some cash, because those guys don't want you to pay with card. They want all that to be cash. So I usually don't wear pants that have pockets to allow for a lot of stuff. So I took this with me and it was great. Didn't get dirty or pick up any sort of like dirt. And it's in a dusty parking lot area. So that's pretty good.
I don't know why that made me laugh. That's good. Okay.
Well, I live in the desert, man. There's like, if there's one thing that drives me nuts about where I live is just the fact that there's always something blowing around, like literally, like just heaps of dust. And
aren't there more houses out there made out of bricks than your standard, like the Adobe bricks? Is that a big thing in the desert?
We have those like terracotta, like Italian style shingles, but not really bricks. Everything out here is just wood and stucco.
Stucco. Okay.
Which
all right.
Because, like, for instance, I got to hang up Christmas lights. My wife wants me to do Christmas lights, and I got to find a way to A, make them stick to the stucco, and B, not damage the stucco. So,
well, that ruined my transition, but I'm going to go for it anyways. You know what else has bricks?
House.
Oh, I totally didn't even pick up.
That's right. The TrimUI Brick. The TrimUI Brick. Let's take a look. So we got these sent over from, at least mine was sent from Go Game Geek. I don't know, Todd, where yours was from, but
mine was sent from 2 Retro. Why is my camera not switching over?
I don't know.
I'm using OBS. What the heck?
I just don't know. Let's see. Let's unzoom this. No.
Help me. Oh no.
It's all right. Why don't you use your front camera? I'll use my overhead. When the two of us combined, we'll show people a little bit about the TrimUI Brick. This is one I didn't have time to get a review out this week. I stayed up through the weekend and all night last night getting my Pocket Evo video out, which the Pocket Evo, if you wanted to know, because I at least said I'd talk about it tonight, so I shan't be called a liar on this, because here it is. First off, and the Evo, just long story short, I really like it. It's way too expensive, and the Portal's cheaper, but if you don't mind paying a little bit more, it's so comfortable, so good. Android gaming on here was my supreme enjoyable use case experience. Okay, in this case is really nice. Doesn't feel good to get hit in the head with it though. Where is my brick at?
It's in the cat.
Hey,
container.
That is
Very-
so strange. So you're capturing this through OBS, I assume, and you're just switching your camera source.
yeah.
I'm doing that, and it's not updating me to have like when I look at my OBS preview, it's my overhead.
Is do you have possibly a e-waste power bank that you have connected to your computer right now? Because that tends to mess things up. I noticed.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I don't know, but here's a little bricky poo. Look at this. So I'm excited for especially the new purple and red units. I ordered a red one because, hey, it's a brick, right? It's like that's what the whole idea is. They sent along some transparent back buttons that I'm going to install on here, and that when you turn on the LEDs, they'll shine right through. Yeah, it's like a new take on a Miu Mini Plus is what it is. It's a little bit thinner and sleeker. It has those clicky buttons from the TrimUI Smart Pro, and it just feels lightweight and good. And I've been playing it out and about when I'm going around town for errands and things, when I'm stuck in line. This is one that you can quickly just throw in your coat pocket and then enjoy. And Ban, you have yours as well. You did your video. Thanks for making that, by the way.
Yeah.
And was yours a mech? Yours was a mech DIY video. So we have a
So,
number of resellers who sell these.
I have my one that came from Mech DIY.
Yeah.
And then I have the one that I bought from the M-Pound store on AliExpress.
Yeah, I bought one as well and got this one for review.
So I have a black and a white.
I was
Celeste?
sent one.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say I was sent one from 2 Retro, but then you were nice enough to send me one too, so thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think this one was showing up. They said it was
Who?
shipped like way before release, and then it just kind of hit my door one day.
Who sent you one?
2 Retro.
Who sent the other one?
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week. I don't even remember that, but
I think
okay.
you. I think
Well,
you
good.
did. I assume.
Oh, nice. Well, because you're doing a video for RH, right? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. Well, not right now,
Thank
but
you. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's doing it right now.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's right. I, for some reason, thought that was a different handheld. Never mind. I'm losing my marbles here.
You're good. I wanted to show my appreciation for you to try to make sure I got one anyway, because I wasn't sure if this one was ever showing up.
I found that Celeste is a lot of fun on here. Like, it's super responsive.
Those face buttons are great. I know you're
Yeah.
not like the biggest clicky guy, but for a handheld
No.
that's small, they're perfect.
Yeah, for this it works. For this, I'm happy with how they did these face buttons. I don't actually love it too much in the TrimUI Smart Pro, but for this form factor, yeah. Oh, no. This is farther than I've ever been on the show, I think.
Uh-oh.
He's doing it.
Is it working?
Oh,
Hold on, let
no!
me get focused. Hold on, my camera is not even picking up the handheld very well. So dark. It's a little better. Okay, let me zoom in here. Pressure's on, Stubbs. Don't mess this up.
Why are we watching this?
Yeah, why are we watching this?
Because it's exciting to see if I can get past this part.
Let him have his fun.
Okay, I can't. We'll try that on our next Celeste challenge. Todd, what's your thoughts? Let's switch over to you.
All right. So the thing I wanted to check out the most with this was GBA and
Okay.
other like pixel-based things, because like the TrimUI Smart Pro, you can actually adjust things like the saturation and colors and stuff. This is one of the most beautiful small screens ever. Like, it's chunky pixels. Even when you crank up the saturation, it still looks really good. I've just been having so much fun with this thing.
I like the LEDs. They're subtle, but you can make them intense if you want.
So one complaint I had, I think I
Yeah.
talked about this with you last night, is these should be the start and select strictly because of where they're placed and how many times I keep hitting them.
That's right.
And I have no idea what these are mapped to, but I know that I hit it like every 5 seconds. So that's a problem. Maybe I can change that, maybe with like cross mix later on or something.
Right.
You can just, but yeah, this is too much muscle memory for it to be anything other than start and select. That's
Right.
one of the two problems I have with this thing, and
What's
the
your
other
other
one, can you not see it? This thing could like suck fingerprints right out of the air. Like it's crazy.
It's always with these black colorways. It seems like that we get this. Mine actually, I'm not noticing that get fingerprinty so much. It's just like
I'm willing to deal with it. I'm willing to deal with it because it looks
yeah.
that good. It's just one of those things where it's like they all do it. Every handheld does it. We know that. But this one, I've never noticed it like because I just took this out of the box like a day ago.
Right, and it's already all schmaltzy.
Yeah, it is cool though. Russ pointed this out. I didn't notice this. This part here is like metal, and the rest of the body, it's not like a uni body. Like this is a separate piece.
Is
So if
that
you were
why
to-
is that why that plate gets so hot?
Yeah. So this is like a heat spreader, which is
Okay,
cool.
so it helps it, which is good. But if you put your hand there, I noticed I'm like that's not comfortable. So,
But the cool thing is it's not a unibody piece. So if you have your hands here where they should be, no offense, but where they should be, you're not touching it, which is good.
Okay.
But I'm a huge fan. I think they really, for them coming off of the TrimUI Smart Pro, they really knocked it out of the park with this. Like I was worried that they were going to use like a cheaper chip or like a cheap screen, and they didn't do that to us. They gave us a really good chip that has good performance, especially for the price that they're asking. And then this screen is fantastic.
The screen is really nice. It's the same screen that we saw on the RGB 20 Pro, right? The tall boy. And is that a 3.2 inch? Yeah, 3.2 inch. It's very bright. It's very vibrant. But this doesn't, for me anyways, it doesn't best the Miyoo Mini Plus still. I still like that handheld better, but this does have more power, I noticed. Like there's more oomph in this chip, right?
Definitely.
What was the highest game or the highest system you were able to emulate decently?
So I'm having a problem. So I don't know if the vendors are sending different cards. I know that some people that got theirs from Lit NXT got a preview build of CrossMix.
Oh, okay.
I found that out last night. I talked to some other people that had already posted videos that got theirs from them. They offered to send me one. I declined, but I've noticed that a lot of the games aren't launching on the stock card, so I have to spend more time. That's why I had to kind of pause making the videos because I want to give it a fair shot.
Right.
Something in the way that this card is pre-configured is allowing or not allowing a lot of games to launch. So if I show you here, like, and I already checked like the ROMs files, they all should be working. So I think it's a matter of BIOSes and things that need to be set.
Okay.
But if we're talking like people that want a good out of the box experience, this is going to be a problem, you know?
Right.
Especially for PS1 and Dreamcast games in specific. Those ones just, and I think we saw a bit of that with the Smart Pro initially too. So, I mean, it's not a big surprise.
I noticed, for me anyways, on PlayStation games, about half the games are using some sort of incompatible file format. And so they just don't run, they don't launch. And so, of course, you could put your own ROMs in there. And maybe it's a CHD issue, maybe it's, I don't know what, PBP, but I am not super stoked immediately with the default OS they've put on here. So yeah, I hope we get cross-mix because that is such a refined product. And I love to see that on the TrimUI Smart Pro. But the fact that this does play things like Dreamcast, like you're showing off there, is just a really cool prospect for the form factor. And I think this is one that after a little bit of community love, a little bit of time to cook, we are going to see this in the next 3 months become probably one of the main handhelds that people purchase, probably over the Miyoo Mini Plus almost, because you do get a little more pocketability from this one.
Do you really like it more than the Miyoo Mini Plus by like a good margin, or is it
no, for me, no. The buttons, unfortunately, as good as they are for what they are here, I just, for comfort and for what I'm playing on here, RPGs and whatever, platforming, I'm probably going to be sticking. Well, I'll probably better accuracy here for Celeste. I'm going to be sticking with my Miyoo Mini Plus. It does what I want. Although this does have Wi-Fi and retro achievements and all the same bells and whistles, basically, you don't get that Onion OS experience. So until we get that great software experience to match the great handheld, it's going to be holding it back.
Wow, it's already getting super warm.
It does
like,
get by the way, really warm. Yes,
that was
it does.
fast.
Yes, it does. And that was my other main gripe, is that I don't like a lot of heat coming out of the handheld, even though I know that it helps dissipate having it there. I wonder if there's some sort of heating or cooling solution we can come up with.
You can give it the good old SP mod, cooling mod.
Just add like heat sink.
Yeah, we could do heat sinks. I don't know what, but the point is to get the heat off onto that back shell. So I guess you just need to not put your hands back there
No, just drill some holes in the back.
Oh, right.
Um,
I'm not super noticing it playing the game. I touched it just to see, but
It's-
this is getting some pretty gnarly frame skip that I don't remember being an issue nearly as much on the Smart Pro. So definitely some more
Yeah.
software stuff needs to happen.
Some more software stuff does need to happen. I do not think it's
Rumble
optimized.
motor too. I don't think enough people bring that up. This has a
Yeah.
rumble motor, which is
Yeah.
weird as heck,
Yeah.
dude.
it's
I
kind of
don't know if I hate it. I don't know if I hate it, but it definitely doesn't need to be there.
By the way,
Can you hear that?
It feels it
Like,
feels decent.
That's
too.
pretty
It's not-
strong.
Yeah. The only problem though, again with it, is it's not optimized yet, and so we just need software. And sorry, Dan, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, speaking of software, I know Newly has alpha builds out for the TrimUI Brick as well.
Ooh, we'll take a look at that. I'll put that in my
Yeah.
video. Remind me when we get off stream to take some time with that tonight, because I think that's something that should be covered if it's good.
And I'm a big ergonomics guy. Like that's always my main thing, really. And the ergonomics on this feel great, especially for one-handed play. Like if you're going to play role-playing games, it's perfect the way you can grip it one-handed. Like really better than the Miyoo Mini Plus in that regard.
I never loved so I play primarily, if I'm gonna have a handheld like this, it's primarily gonna be like 2D stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of times, if I don't have a lot of time to spend on a game, like say if I'm like in an office where I might get called any second, I'll typically play like fighting games. And the D-pad on the Miyoo Mini Plus is great for fighting games, but holding on to it is terrible. And this for fighting games is the opposite, where I don't think that the D-pad works very good for fighting games, but it feels really comfortable when you are. It's hard. We can't get it all.
Too. I noticed that too when trying to do Hadoukens, that it took me a minute. It's like the TrimUI Smart Pro. It's the same. I think it's the same D-pad. It's just not. I'm not very good at making those movements on this style of shallow, clicky D-pad. But again, if you're going to one-hand it, that's how it's going to look. You get your nice. You get your nice. What do you call this? Shelf. For your finger, and then you can grab right there, and it's a really strong grasp. Likewise, if you just need to do D-pad stuff in games, one-handing it that way is nice. When you do it together, I think this could probably benefit from having a 3D printed grip of some sort.
Oh yeah.
To me, it's not super comfortable when you're two-handing.
Dan's
it
already
like
got Newly
one.
running.
Oh, really? So okay. So there's custom firmware options. Here we go.
Does it work with Sploor and everything?
Oh no, like it's literally putting it on right now as we speak.
Oh, I didn't
that's fun.
even get that far. Okay.
That's
See,
fun.
that's the bar underneath that's putting it on. By the way, there are also like people are already making like 3D print models for the TrimUI Brick. I know someone has it's like a grip / screen cover that you can like flip over onto the front of it.
I printed one of those for my my 35XX and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Digital Jedi says the Wi-Fi is not yet working on the alpha builds.
For Newly.
Yep.
Dang.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
More
that's
to-
not the end of the world because it's not like there's no OTA or anything. So you're really just missing out on like Portmaster,
Sure.
Sploor, and retro achievements.
ooh, and look at that red color. That's just the
Ooh.
perfect color for this
I-
one.
I
That
keep-
is.
I keep forgetting Newly has really good like menu music.
All
I'm
right, so let's
sorry.
wrap up this subject with the places you can get this. So these were sent by a number of outlets here. So let's just cover them real quick and what their benefits or not are. Mech DIY here is one that is having some pretty good sales here for Cyber Monday, and we also have our own discount code with them called RH15. But right now, it's better to go with the BF20 if you're going to be getting a CrossMix OS here for the Brick. Or the stock OS you can get, I think, a little cheaper, but I would recommend, if they're giving CrossMix OS now, and
It's
a
not
pre-sale-
official.
It's
So-
not official, and it's a pre-sale, and we have to call out too that the stock OS version
Oh
comes with
yeah.
a few fairly shady things, which I'm not stoked on. So I hope they don't include that in CrossMix. But for instance, Balatro, the game Balatro, the full game is in Portmaster. Here comes shipped with this brick from
Yep.
Go Game Geek.
I
and
tweeted about
so-
that.
And your 2 Retro one had it too, right?
Yeah, so it's coming from the factory like that, I think. And what made me kind of frustrated about that is because I was under the impression that each individual reseller was kind of tweaking their game card, because you know how some of them make some
They do.
different sized option ones. So
Yeah.
when I was talking to 2 Retro, they told me the reason mine hadn't sent right away was because they were still tweaking the final card. And I said, I don't care about that. Just send me. I don't want any games on it. You know what I mean? Like I want to
I'll
set it
put
up
my
myself.
own. Yeah.
And their defense is they said they wanted me to have one the way that somebody would buy one. I get that. But then for what I saw when I got it, having the Balatro on there, it just kind of made me mad. It's one of those things where it's like, there's already so much scrutiny in the hobby about what we're doing. And in my opinion, Balatro is one of those things where it's like, this is like, I think, a one-man game. He made this by himself. You can still buy it. You should buy it. I don't want to see anyone. The only good thing is it's not like it's being advertised. Us bringing it up is probably bringing more attention to it than we need to. But like, you know, nobody's like seeing a commercial for a brick and it's like comes with Balatro. So there's that. But it just frustrates me nonetheless, because I don't want to see devs get hurt or also feel like they can't support this. You know, maybe they'll put DRM in their game so that way they won't work on Portmaster or things. So every time that they try to do something like this, circumvent purchasing, it's just going to make more pushback that doesn't need to happen. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's true, and it's frustrating. It's I saw that too, and I was like immediately like, I don't even think I want to show this game like in the video. You know, it's just, I don't even want to bring attention to it. But at the same time, you do want to call out the companies and say, why are you doing this? It sounds like it made its way to all of the various resellers, and it's come from the factory like this, and just bad. That's just bad for everybody. Sure,
I did call it out in my video, and I thought it was important because I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back retrospectively and take it out now that I've already spoke against it. But I also don't want to be the advertisement for buying this handheld because
don't buy it
with it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that I hope that they get some backlash on this and stop offering it. And I'm already going to recommend to our contacts at these various places to not include that as an option for sale. Like that is, yeah. I mean, obviously, here's the thing: is that we're talking about legally gray area things a lot of the time, ROMs, all this stuff. But when you're taking money out of a currently in development game from a developer who makes a living off this, that just feels bad, and it sucks. So yeah,
especially because, you know, our videos are pretty much the only existing advertisement for these handhelds. Like, you're never going to be like, you're never flipping through the Super Bowl and be like, oh, I should buy a Mii Mini Plus. Like, nothing is grabbing your attention.
I don't know about you, but
you know what I mean, though? Like, us enjoying these things are the only attention that they get as far as marketing dollars go. And it's not even like we get paid. It's like we do this because we love these things. But it makes me not want to help a company or even bring attention to a company, even if the device is good, if their practices suck.
Yeah,
and we've called out everybody that's done it, so I figured they needed to hear it just the same.
Yeah, and all of them are guilty of it. And whether they're putting it on or not, it's still like, if you're shipping it with this, there's some responsibility somewhere in the chain. And you know, and on us at the content creators who get this, if we choose to show it or not, it says something. And also if we're promoting it, thanks for the super chat. Nectronics. It's almost like ToddTronics. Nectron-X. I like it.
I like that. Maybe I should have used that spelling. Tron-X. That's way cooler.
That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So just be aware that I would recommend at least going for either the no OS option or the cross mix, and let's see what we get there for those pre-orders.
Too. And you can use your own SD card, which
a good one, not 64.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, my favorite one.
You can get a 2 terabyte SanDisk Extreme in there instead, Rob.
What do you mean? You guys don't use the Powkiddy ones?
6.4. I
want to get that Snorlax one.
I saw Bob Wolf posted a picture when he got his, and it made me laugh really hard because that's all I could think of is how many of these awful ones.
Yeah,
you got a collection of the Powkiddies, Rob. You
need some of those.
You need
the yellow ones mean it's good. That's what I was told.
Be like Roof Pooper. Have a collection of SD cards that have Bart
The
Simpson. on
Bart Simpson one, yeah.
These are my generic Ambernet cards that I never use.
you
They go
3D
in my
You
Yeah,
3D
they come-
printed that one.
I don't
Yeah,
even know
yeah.
why I hold onto these things. I'm like lying to myself that I'm actually
You're-
ever going to use them again.
Here are all my micro SD readers, Todd.
Oh,
God,
no.
I have 3. I have a rule. If I get more than 3, I have
He's
to
got a
start tossing
dongle
them.
tower for his micro SD cards.
It's not a tower. It's just a box.
The dongle box.
The funny thing about this one too is I 3D printed it and I didn't read the instructions and they said to
Yeah.
increase the size by like 0.1 millimeter and I didn't. So these cards are actually just stuck in there. So
Oh.
Probably
If I-
for the
if-
better.
if I were to take these out, chances are I would destroy the contacts. So oh no, one came out, but yeah, no, that was a lot of pulling.
Ouch.
Yeah, no. I'm a noob when it comes to 3D printing, but I'm all about functional prints, so I'll try everything once. Ban this
then you
dongle
try
box.
Don't do this to me.
I will say too, Retro did send me this, and it looks oddly familiar to somebody's logo that we know on here.
Aren't they all like sort of like
Mech
affiliated with
DIY.
each other, or they all
That's what I
or they
keep
hate
hearing.
each other?
That's what I keep hearing is that they both get upset a little bit if we post reviews too close together from one to the other. It's like, why are you promoting, their shop, when you also did one for us? And so I'm like, when did this become our problem? And aren't you guys all under the same sort of parent company somewhere? That's what I keep hearing, and no one will admit to that. And I don't know what's going on. All I know is they send us things to play games on, and we talk about them here in the show, but they're getting increasingly more and more a little sus, it seems like, with the Balatro nonsense and all that. And so we need to stop here and take stock and figure out, all right,
And people call us shills, but we'll be the first people to call them out before these products are even like out and available,
Well, we make the affiliate commission on the devices is where the money comes from as far as the content creator is concerned. But, you get a little sort of cut from that. And even if you dog on the product or not, there's still going to be something that comes in, but that's not really a primary factor because, again, even if I remember talking to back when we had Joey in our ranks, him about this, and, he was like, I crap on products all the time. And those ones sometimes sell more than the ones I don't. And it's like, there's no, to him, it's all there. But
Do you not want us to bring that stuff up, like as a consumer? That's what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you choose to buy it after I've said my negative things about it, you still heard it.
right.
I didn't omit it. I don't want someone to not know all the bad and all the good, because there are handhelds that I absolutely adore that probably have more bad than good, but the good is just what I'm looking for that specific thing. And
Right.
for that
Yeah.
reason,
What can we do with this? And why would you want to pick it up or not? And so just showing all the good, all the bad. You try to do as good of a job as you can. And you get called a shill either way. Like every video, I get that, and I'm like, well, I don't know. You just
my
have to
favorite is
embrace
just
it.
get a Steam Deck. That's my so I haven't been
I
doing this
love
long
that.
solo.
Yeah.
But if I had $1 for every time I reviewed something that cost at least half as much as a Steam Deck, and I get comments that say just get a Steam Deck, like, you know what I mean? Like, I drive a Honda. It's a nice car. If I were to spend double, it'd be a Mercedes. But I'm not gonna go buy a Mercedes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man.
The just get a Steam Deck is just like it's the funniest backhanded like compliment. Oop,
That's what I
compliment.
recommended in the Evo video. The Evo is amazing. It's the best. Just get a Steam Deck, bro. $600.
No, but see, that makes sense
ban.
because the Evo cost twice what a Steam Deck does. But when I'm
Well-
reviewing a like $70 handheld, they're like, just get a Steam Deck. I'm like, where are your finances, bro?
I know. Yeah. It's just too much money. I mean, even at the Evo at the $300, $390 price range, even then it's like, well, just get an AYN or whatever. But
Just get a note.
yeah. What about the budget options? RP5. I mean, let's
Just get a
transition
Steam
into
Deck,
that.
bro.
Just get a Steam Deck, bro. But also RP5, $200. How can you get better than that? GameCube colorway here. I just finished reformatting my phone, by the way, and so it looks like I am good now. Thanks everyone for your concern. I got lots of DMs during the show.
It's all my
appreciate
fault.
you all. How dare you, Todd? You know
I'm
what?
just kidding.
How dare you?
Okay. So previously for Nintendo Switch, my favorite case has been the Dobby grip. I've just loved this. I got sent this from AquaClef, or a Game Tech Talk, you might know him as. And this one has a kickstand. It's cheapy, but it happens to just be comfortable and work for me in all the right ways. And so I've been looking for a replacement. And so I've started to finally, accept some of these for review, these Switch ones, to see like, all right, can we find something better? And so this company Omelet, which is a funny name, Omelet Super Deck, and I think their name is just Omelet.
That looks like the ergonomics look oddly like a ROG Ally, like the original one.
Kind of does, right? Or even like an MSI Claw almost with the angles. But more, you're right, more like an Ally. So here's my Switch OLED, and I'm not and have never been a fan of the default, Joy-Cons on here. They're just, for me, again, it's the shallow clickiness, and I don't know, never been comfortable. So I always play my Switch in some sort of docked situation.
It's just the range of travel on those sticks doesn't do them any favors.
No.
Like, even if they were comfortable like that, what is this?
Exciting adventure?
Extra warranty?
Omelet.
Because it's an omelet, Dad.
Adventure. Wow, that's.
I get that it's an omelet, but why is it an
bad
omelet?
jokes on it.
I don't know. That's their company name. They're the Omelet.
Honestly, I respect it.
Ooh, look at that purple.
Is that like a floral yellow, or is that just how it looks on your camera?
No, that's real to life color. My camera has a little bit of a color.
Wow, look at that neon.
There's a little bit of a color pop on my camera, but other than that, it's pretty much true to life. So this is maybe a little bit more dull to my eyes.
He says he wants it.
Oh, okay. So this has
Buttons.
mushy rubber membrane buttons. It has buttons. I would have liked to have seen it much like the RP5, that style. So we get the red and the green to go. Might as well go all in. Now let's see what do we got in this thing. This is, of course, Hull joysticks. That's a given at this point in the industry. Comfort ergo grip, zero latency, game card storage, integrated stand, dual vibration motors, active turbo mode, sense motion, custom RGB, screenshot button, mechanical triggers. Yeah, I felt that. And pass-through charging. That's important. Get that pass-through charging. Compatible with Switch, V1, V2, and OLED. All right.
Is it dockable like that? Kind of looks like they left some space.
So let's see what do we got here. So, oh yeah, kickstand. Love kickstands. Love it. We're going to talk about mechanical next week, by the way. Or not, sorry, mechanical. They make the pillow. What the heck?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Is that their name?
I just saw a video on those the other day. Are you talking about the pillow that will like hold your handheld?
Yeah. What? God, who makes that?
Mechanism.
Somebody. Mechanism. That's Mechanism. We're going to talk about Mechanism next. I got the pillow here, and I got all the accessories they sent. So
I kind of want one.
I have thoughts. But
Thoughts? What?
I have thoughts on it. USB-C down here. We got game card storage in here. Don't lick the games, I found out. We have D-pad is a soft, clicky pivot. That's okay. Actually, I don't love that. It's a little stiff. Yeah, that's a little stiff. It's not as bad as something like this thing, but I don't love the face button, or don't love the D-pad. Face buttons are fine. The joysticks are fine. This whole thing feels a little cheap to me, I'll be honest here. And L1 and R1 are soft, clicky. Some people say it's more ergonomic to have them sloped like that, and I don't feel strongly one way or the other. We do have mechanical, though, clicky triggers. They're okay. The strong point on this is the ergonomics and the feeling of it. That feels super solid, and so I don't want to discount it yet until we actually try it. But yeah, the kickstand, I'm a fan of the kickstand and the color, but
the grip on the back looks pretty significant.
And I guess yeah, that feels good. This is more ergonomic, I would say, than the Dobby. So far, you get more of a bump out, and it feels a little better. I like the.
really like that color on the Adobe. Man,
I
that's
do,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too. And I actually like the D-pad in this more, even though it's separated. The buttons though in this are the downfall. The joysticks. They're just a little small.
Those toppers look a little weird.
The toppers are weird, and so I always have something on here, Stubbs nubs or another joystick topper to put on.
Wait,
there.
why is their logo an egg also? Are they the same company?
I don't know.
Oh,
What is
my
happening?
gosh.
What is
I don't
going
know.
on in the industry?
This one only holds 2 though, and it has this one you can dock, so it has those ports, and this one it looks like I'm not seeing that,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you can dock it straight from the grip on that. Wait,
Yeah,
go back.
on this
That's
one,
cool.
right?
That is cool.
It has the whole dock
That's a selling point.
built in. So I still like the Adobe. We'll see. We get this in here.
Yeah, you don't want to scramble your omelet. Careful.
This looks like a Zotac zone now, is what this looks like.
Well, only you have seen the Zotac zone, so you would be the only one to know.
Yeah, well, there were a lot
In
of people
person,
there
anyway.
looking at it. There were a lot of people there. Yeah, not a lot of retro YouTubers were there.
Oh, the
Ooh,
omelet.
that's kind of sketchy.
What? Where did
Eh?
Rob go?
Huh? Where'd that go?
Rob's always disappearing.
I thought that was usually me.
Oh, my battery's actually dead in the Switch. Well, that's all
Oh
right. We
my
don't need to spend too
gosh.
much more time on this. But okay, with the weight of the Switch, that's actually pretty comfortable. Maybe I can break in this D-pad and get used to it a bit. It's not awful or anything. I think it'll work.
How often are you using the D-pad on a Switch game anyway, though? You know?
Not often, and the joysticks
Depends on the
feel
game.
better than the Adobe joysticks, which is what's important. And there's no joystick grind. No joystick grind all the way around. No grrr.
Oh, you don't have like those tiny little ridges where you can feel all the individual magnets?
Does that drive you crazy too?
Oh my god, yes. It's a sensory
Yes.
thing.
Oh my god, there's dozens of a sensory thing. Yes. Oh my god, I found
Yes.
another one. You're the first other person who gets it. Everyone's like, joystick grind. What are you talking about? I think
There are
J-Lash,
some
you
Yeah,
and-
there are so many times where
Three of
I'm
us.
like, am I allowed to complain about this, or am I the only one that
I
even
do.
notices it?
I do it. I don't care. Like I'm
Okay, so the first
it
time
bothers me.
the
yeah.
first time I ever caught an Ambernick device doing the cardinal snapping, I felt the grinding, and I thought that it was like a physical mechanism making it do that. And then I became like hyper fixated on that grinding feeling.
Me too.
And then from then I noticed how many other like non-cardinal snapping joysticks just have it for whatever the hell reason.
G Cloud.
So-
The G Cloud. Why I can't use the G Cloud?
Yeah. That's a bummer too, because that's a good one.
It is. People keep telling me I'm making mistakes, and I'm like, I can't do that joystick grind.
I
It'd be
almost
good.
bought a bricked one. Like there's a pawn shop near me that also has like a retro game store in the back, and the guy that owns it's like super nice. But he bought it off somebody and didn't know it was like bricked. And so he was trying to sell it to me for like $50, and I was so tempted to buy it and try to see if I could like short it or something to like get it going again without looking for that lockout. But yeah, I'm not going to ever pay what they're asking for the G Cloud, but it looks comfortable.
Oh, it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
It is, yes, very much so.
Oh, Rob's back.
Hey Rob.
Hi.
Oh, got some.
Have you been here this whole time? No, just kidding.
notes?
I have actually.
See, there we go. Okay, I really
I'm
like
just
the
teasing.
weight. I really like the weight balance now that I've added the Switch in it. And okay, now these make more sense with how these are. Okay, I'm gonna have to really, really go and play some games with this versus the Adobe now, because
Have you tried the Nixie one?
yes, yeah, I've tried theirs as well,
Do
and
you-
Retro Flag and cracked Nitro Deck.
Do you have the Nixie one that's shaped like a wavebird?
None, no, I haven't tried that one.
I'll send you it.
Oh
Sure.
boy.
I'd love to play with that one. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So this one, now that I have the Switch in it, this is a contender. We're gonna see though. I'm gonna report back on that. Also, the GameCube RP5 is just, it's awesome. But I do have to call out something. And I talked to Retroid about this. I made a video and I posted it in our Discord about a QA issue, at least on my unit. Apparently, it's only my unit. But here, take a look at this. So the how these shoulders are, they're on plates. So you can actually pull them out of place. without
Ooh, that hurts.
And mine came loose from the factory like this, and this actually whole thing popped off. Let's see if I can. Now it's kind of like stuck on right there, but it did pop off. And then I found out what you have to do, if you can see in there, is there's like 4 specific little pins there. You can kind of see it.
Yep.
Underneath here that need to fit in 100% perfect. And then you just press down on this and it goes back against the plate under here, and you're good if this happens to you. But the only way you can cleanly get that back in 100% is if you take off the back shell so you get full access to this. Then you can line it up. You can't actually get it perfectly lined up without disassembling. So this now is in like a halfway state where it works and it's totally fine. But if you wiggle it at all, it'll start to come loose. And so I just wanted to call that out. Apparently, they haven't heard of any other reports of anybody having that issue. Nobody in the Discord has reported it. I haven't seen it on Reddit so far.
Mine seems fine.
And this is my retail unit. So if anyone out there runs into that, don't, be alarmed. It's fixable, but you do have to take this apart and line that up. And it's annoying, and you shouldn't have to deal with that when you pay, $220. This is my retail unit I purchased, and I was disappointed to see this happen nonetheless. So Retro Did it only happen that once, and when you popped it back in, it wasn't like a recurrent thing, though, right? Yeah, so now it's not popping off anymore, but
Okay.
just the right side isn't perfectly lined up. So the right side pops in and out if you wiggle it too much, which really annoys like my sensory, OCD or whatever. When I'm
the same
playing,
way.
like I just know it's there, and I just fixate on it. I'm like, I know it's gonna wobble. I know it's about to wobble, and then I can't enjoy the thing. So Retroid, just double check your things when you send them out the door, please, because that's annoying. And that's what I have to say about that. Todd.
Such a nice
Of course.
handheld, though.
I watched your video, by the way. I really enjoyed seeing your take on it.
I am really mad at myself. I was talking about this with a few people earlier. I didn't realize I left out 6 minutes of footage.
I saw that in your 1K video today as well, that you
So-
talked about that. I'm sorry, but people didn't seem to be too bothered.
No,
Maybe it
one
was-
person was really mad.
Oh, wait.
And I actually
What?
DM'd.
What footage was it? Sorry.
So it was, I bought the case and I mentioned that I had a problem with the case.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'll get back to that at the end of the video. And then I never put it at the end of the video. So the guy's
Oh.
like, what? So he's like at the edge of his seat, like, what's wrong with the case? I'm going to buy the case, bro.
So
and then
So just throw it up as a YouTube short, throw it up as a short video with a little like intro, like, hey, this is part of that last video. Just put it as part 2 and then link it in your first video in the description.
that's
true.
That's what I got to do. But my
Yeah,
only complaint,
yeah.
since people are probably going to watch this, is the case is really good. Feels like it'll protect it really good. It just picks up every piece of lint and hair that it can find. Like, it's really good at that. Which, I mean, I guess it's most cloth cases, but like my dog has never been in the studio, and there's just dog hair all over this already somehow. So that was it. And then I had another like conclusionary point that I put in there that wasn't in the footage, but I think that I got the point across without it. So we'll live.
Well, thanks for sharing it here, and you could link to the episode with timestamps or something, or clip it out of the episode even, and share it with your community that way too. Save you a little work. But I ordered the case as well. I haven't gotten it yet. I also got the dock and the button swap outs, so I might mess with that. I might ask Retroid for replacement shoulders in case there's issues with this when I go in here, because this isn't chill.
No, not at all. Especially
Not at all.
because they're already kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of already like springing out of the case as is. So I can only see that being an issue that'll probably wear more over time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the way they're latched is like they're actually latched on a spring, like in between the two buttons. So if you're not lined up, one side of that spring is probably not getting used as much.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's take a look at that. And let's be wrapping up on this controller on the Omelet. If you want to pick this up, it's available from their website. I'll find any other sources. I couldn't find it on Amazon, and it currently costs only $29.90.
Really?
So for the price point, that is, I mean, it seems quality. I need to test it in actuality before I can recommend it with some games. But oh, and it has LED lights. That's fun. All right, so $29. That's more impulse buy range. I like that. Going back to my last point too, before we get out of here, was if you're interested, Go Game Geek has some deals. They have this mystery box thing for like $50 or $30 for the US warehouse. You can get a couple of handhelds. You don't know what they're going to get. Ban actually bought that to see what they're going to give you for that, if it's worthwhile. And he did a unboxing to show you. So stay tuned on our channel this week for that. But Ban, was it worth it? Do you feel?
So just to clarify, it's $50 for the global warehouse, $40 for the US warehouse.
Okay.
But if you use the code RH15 for 15% off, it brings the US warehouse down to $33.99.
Don't they say they're going to cancel your order though if you try to stack things like that?
They didn't cancel mine.
Okay.
In fact, like I ordered it on, I ordered it on a Friday, and it got to me by the next Tuesday.
Wow. Okay.
The handheld, I got out of it. I'm not going to say like what it was.
Okay. All right.
People watch the video.
All right. Surprise.
But for the price that I paid, $33.99, the handheld you got was basically right in line with if you purchased it from like AliExpress.
So it wasn't less than the value, but it was right about that value.
It was right about the value. You just get it a lot quicker because it's the US warehouse.
That's nice. Okay. All right. Well, and the nice thing about Go Game Geek and Mech DIY and 2 Retro is they do generally give you more organized SD cards. Traditionally, I can't say that they do it with every handheld, but it's been a pattern where they are spend a little more time on the SD cards. This TrimUI Brick was an instance where I wasn't too impressed, but
I think that's how they're coming from the factory. It's got to be.
By the way, yeah, about that SD card comment, just watch the video.
Okay, watch. Okay, so watch the video. We'll find out more about that. Does Go Game Geek have the RG46H yet? I believe they just got that in now. Let me check their website. Mech DIY as well as promotions going on. You can use the Black Friday 20. They also have a giveaway, so this is cool. They put us on their website apparently promoting their giveaway. Was that right? Andrew sent me something. I got to pull that up.
I think I saw something like that. Yeah.
What was that? He was talking about something. Can I just share my screen? That'll be easier.
Oh, by the way,
What's up?
The Pico 8 stuff works.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
On the Brick.
I
Is
admire
really
your
cool.
ability to get that set up while also still being on stream. My attention span could never.
Yeah, it just boots right in Explorer. It just takes a minute.
Okay,
No
so
double inputs.
I'll have to see.
event 1. Okay, so November 26th through December 3rd. Apparently, we're the organizers in collaboration with Mech DIY. All right. So the prize here is going to be the TrimUI Brick CrossMix OS. And to participate, all you have to do is subscribe to the Mech DIY website. So you'll get advertising emails from them, basically, from this, for a chance to win the free TrimUI Brick CrossMix OS. And yeah, so get a brick for free. That's awesome. We're also going to have, I'm going to throw in a brick or two into our giveaway this year as well from me. So there's going to be multiple chances to win bricks.
Yeah, and I'm sending this one back to you now that I don't have the need for 2, so that'll probably be one for sure.
Yes.
I think everyone needs a couple of bricks.
Everybody needs a brick. Everybody needs a brick.
I'm still buying stuff for the giveaway, so it's going to be a good one.
I'm having fun with that too. Bane, you're going to get a big box of stuff. It feels good to give. It just feels good. You play with these things all year. You don't necessarily need them all. And
the one who worries me the most is definitely Rob.
Uh-oh.
He's just like, oh yeah, I got something for you. And I'm like,
Oh, I got a couple things for you.
Do you see what I mean?
I just want everyone knowing that everything that comes from me is new. So there's no whatever with it. Like, I'm not just sending you something that I don't like. I'm actually like getting excited, finding good deals on things that I like because I want someone to be super stoked to get it.
That's where I'm at with it too. But also there's a few things that are just for fun, like that maybe aren't amazing, but like this thing here. I'm not going to give anybody the hacker net power.
What about the ANOS or whatever?
I might add that one in like the R36.
Oh, you can't get rid of your anus.
Max.
Do I still have mine? I don't know if I have mine.
You said you were giving it to me.
It might
be in the pile for you.
I might do the chicken handheld finally, just because I want the story to continue with it now. So after like 4 years, the battery finally died, and I think it's a sign that I need to charge it, and now it starts the cycle over. And so it's just funny because it's been around with a lot of different people, and they take pictures with out and about, and it made its way back to me, and I've hoarded it for far too long. So I'm going to put it back out into the world again. So I think I'm going to add that in for someone to get. And if you get it, all I ask is that never charge it.
Once it dies, give it away.
Once it dies, give it away. Yeah.
That's kind of a cool philosophy. Like, you get it, charge it to 100%, use it. Once it dies, it's no longer for you.
It's no longer for you. It's for somebody else. And then you send it on in whatever way is meaningful. And if it wants to return to me like it has so far, then it'll come back again.
Are we doing accessories as well as handhelds, or should we just keep it to handhelds?
You can do either. If there are accessories, I will make sure that I partner it with the correct item.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That way it's not like...
And also include the dongle as needed. Since
yes, the dongles will be included.
I do have...
misplaces dongles all the time.
We gotta have one giveaway, one big item this year. I really want like one that's like, oh my god, like...
We'll speak. I think we can make something happen. Okay. I have a few companies that want to work together, and I think that if we pressure them as a group for a better cause, maybe they'll do
synergy.
Yeah,
synergy.
If we can synergize all of our collective efforts, we can. Because I'm in the same boat. I'm in a really giving like mood this year. I don't know. This is the first year that I've been a full-time content creator.
Play it forward. Like, I love that. So, we're gonna call this. We're gonna call the movement "Play It Forward." Quadzilla naming another thing. Thank you. He also came up with the name for Stubbs Nubs, I believe. So,
yeah, let's make this a fun one. I was just gonna say, this is the first year that I've been a full-time content creator, so the stress of having a job that like I don't like hasn't been over my head. I was talking about this with my wife last night. I was like, I'm a pretty melancholy guy. Like, I'm never, oh my god, happy about most things in life. And like every one of my
melancholy and the infinite sadness.
Yeah. No, I'm not a downer, but it takes a lot to kind of lift me up, Yeah. And so we were talking, and she's like, yeah, even all our friends are noticing, like, you're just so happy, and like you're like a different, not that I wasn't happy, but like, yeah, because I was like talking about going to like those giving trees and like buying like maybe like a Nintendo Switch for some kids, and she's like, what is it? And I was like, dude, it's getting to do what you love for work and have like community and all these cool people. And the fact that this giveaway is just not even just giving something away that somebody wants, but it's centered around the thing that we love, like handhelds and gaming and things like that.
Love
and that. So yeah, it's been fun to pick up things for this giveaway. And obviously I'm doing the giveaway on my channel, which is not nearly, it's funny because I'm giving more to you guys, because I mean, I'm still a part of this too, but putting more towards the RH giveaway because it's just, I want it to be so big and fun. Like, I want to hear stories about people being stoked that they win, because like more handhelds is more chances, more winners.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's so cool. And the nice thing about so many creators getting into the hobby is like this awesome network that we formed now. This network of friends who support each other, not knock each other down, who help each other grow and not, treat each other as competitors. Because when one of us wins, we all win. When one of us makes a video on something interesting and the rest of us make videos about, stuff that gets us stoked, it's all like plays into each other. It all is this really cool thing. I've even talked about renaming us to the Retro Handhelds Network, not like we can ever like patent Retro Handhelds. So that's the thing. But Retro Handhelds Network, it's more about what we are these days. We're the hub for a lot of creators. We're the hub for a lot of things in the scene. And it's so cool. And and we host a lot of creators inside of us. So,
Well, like I mentioned that in my video today too. I mean, making the obvious choice to switch, because a lot of people don't know this. I started on TikTok. It's not a very happy place to try to collaborate with other people in the same space. And it's because TikTok is very like, if someone gets on your algorithm, they're going to be like 1 in every 3 videos you watch. There's not enough room for everybody. You know, if you like or interact with somebody, they're kicking someone off your feed. And YouTube is the opposite. If I interact with, you know, a video from Rob and I really watch the whole thing, whatever subject matter that video is on, if another creator made a similar video, it's going to then feed me into them. And so we all kind of give each other success, because if I like someone's video or I watch someone's video and YouTube picks up that like, hey, this is the kind of video I want to watch, it tries to find me more people like that person. And so the fact that we as creators also interact with each other that way, it's beautiful. It's great. Because like I wouldn't be able to get started and even make videos, I think, as good as the videos I've made so far without the help of everybody, you know? Because I have confidence to be able to start making a video, because if there's something that I haven't figured out, like somebody's going to answer me. If I ask a question, somebody's going to be kind enough to take 5 minutes out of their day and be like, this is how it happens, or this is what you need to do. And so carrying that onward to like the giveaway and stuff, it's just coming together, doing a bigger giveaway, things like that. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now and it's what makes you feel good, and you get a little purpose out of it, and it's just, it's not all about e-waste. Sometimes it's about e-hearts.
Yeah, and e-friends.
And e-friends. And email even. God, so much email. We've upset someone in chat, apparently. I apologize to Dark Bulb. He's upset. He's upset that we collaborated with Mech DIY. This is a good topic. I actually meant to bring this up, but I just forgot. He said he left the stream and he's done with us now. You got to be patient. Give us a minute. We'll address this stuff.
You can still at them though, so I think they're still watching.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I don't mean to. Not trying to hide things under the rug. This is something that should be brought up. I just forgot about this. They did sell CrossMix OS and Go Game Geek and 2 Retro. They're all selling this rebranded Surwish CrossMix OS. But I've spoken to the CrossMix dev about this, and they actually said, per the license terms, nothing they can really do about it. It's totally within what they can do, and there's no actually issue here necessarily, other than it is lame that they're selling this what's made for free, putting their own ROMs on it, selling it for money, including Portmaster stuff. That is something that should not be supported. And we've said in the show today, don't support that. Vote with your wallet. Don't put money. Don't give them money if you're not about that. And I like that these drop shippers and resellers have the no ROMs option. So that's the one I always recommend lately, is just get it without ROMs. You can get the OS. Don't get the ROMs. Don't get the ROMs SD card. Load on your own games anyways. It's going to be higher quality stuff. And so that is something good. And the other devs have come out against them, but the actual CrossMix OS dev, to my understanding, has not. And so that's just an important distinction. Selling our solds. Well,
Solds.
Not really. It's more like, there's different ways to get these handhelds, and we're exploring all options. And we vet every shop the best we can. But if we discover issues, we talk to them about them. For instance, I talked to Go Game Geek already about this, about including those sorts of things on there. And they said it comes from their distributor like that. I'm not saying they're outright evil or anyone selling their souls here, but including games from Portmaster like Balatro, that's where things get super, super, super shady. And it's like, no thanks. Don't buy that one.
Yeah.
So, all right. I sure wish they would stop for sure.
Oh.
Anyways, good comment. Thanks for bringing that up. Todd said his kids are crying. He has to go. He'll be back. What else we're gonna do? We got out of here, guys. It's 2.5 hours we're in. This show flew by today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What were you gonna say, Dan?
I was just gonna mention my RP5 arrived today.
Ooh, what color do you get?
Color, yeah.
It's the black one. That like everyone else has been handling from RH so far. So I haven't actually like taken a look at it yet. It's just been in the box the whole time.
That was my first my review unit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, you'll have to let me know how the speakers sound to you. I'm interested to know if it was all in my head or not, because Derek, I don't think ran into too much of an issue there. Although, I don't know.
Well, I guess I'll have to see. I kind of plan on talking about this a little bit more, because if you haven't seen in the like RH Discord, there's a lot of people who are like, I sold my Odin 2 Mini and bought the RP5. And I'm just sitting here like, why? Like I that's just kind of the angle I'm going to be taking when I look at it, is like, is that the right move for some of you?
I think that's a fair talking point. I think it's fair.
Especially
And
if you're going to be selling off your Mini, depending on how much you're going to get for it. It's like, why at that point?
Yeah.
I think
get
the
it.
big thing is the OLED screen probably is what people are going for. That's why they're ditching it.
little animal catching strays, Andrew says.
He
No, I
deserves
think
them.
that's good.
But
Yeah.
it's been an interesting time for handhelds recently, and that's kind of like people are selling more expensive ones for cheaper ones for some reason, and I kind of want to know why.
I think it's a fair thing, and I like having that discourse. Cyril says talk chromatic. So Palmer Lucky's chromatic Game Boy. That one just doesn't spark joy in me. I don't know, like that one's not one I really want to run out and buy or even support. So it's a fancy metal Game Boy, right? And it has its own unique version of Tetris. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't really want to sit here. Yeah, does it spark joy? Marie Kondo. I don't want to sit here and just trash on it, and I don't necessarily want to make a video about it because I'm going to be pretty negative on it. And I don't see how that's going to really help the world to get my opinion on something that already from the get-go is I'm just not about it. So
Yeah. I mean, it looks neat. I think it looks cool. But I just struggle to see a purpose for it.
yeah, I think it's a little ridiculous, to be honest. That's where I'm at with it. Just from knowing the person who made it, and I've like met him and talked to him face to face about this handheld over a few drinks, and he gave me COVID. I'm pretty sure, can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure.
What a gift.
He was right in my face and coughing. But
Actually, the one thing that's cool that's coming out of the chromatic is the cartridge releases.
the cartridge is cool.
Yeah,
that part.
That's
I
kind
like
of
And I like the
That's kinda
colors. I like the color options, and that green one is so cool. And I like the look of it and all that. And I know Aish got one for review, so I think he's going to be doing a video on it. But so I'm interested to see other people's takes on it. I can be wrong. I can also have my mind changed, but it's not one I initially support, and we'll see. But yeah, I didn't think that there was a ton of, I don't know. There was the passion there, but I just don't know that. He also talked a lot about military contracts in the same conversation. So it was like,
So it's spyware.
yeah, I was like,
cool.
he was really stoked about the military contracts, like
It's
really stoked on that.
very-
Stubbs knows a thing or two about spyware, as we've learned today.
Yeah, and just like kind of stoked on his mod retro,
Ugh.
but he's loving the missile monies. So I don't know, man. That's where I'm at with it.
The dynamic of a man. Missiles, video games.
Yeah.
It sounds
But
like someone who
To be
enjoys
fair, I
Missile
like video
Command.
games that have missiles in them. So
Just be a missile command kind of
Yeah.
guy.
And the mod retro chromatic, I guess we should pull it up. We've been talking about it. People might not know what that is. Let's pull up a visual here.
They're out now, right? Like you can pick
Yeah.
them up.
I think so, right? Are they
it's
on?
interesting because I don't know how interesting it will be to our community, the retro handhelds community, in terms of just like if you're emulation, you're not going to be interested in this device, basically.
It's
Yeah.
funny because I never really thought it'd be so split until recently. Like, I have a friend that will buy every colorway of Analog Pocket, and I cannot convince him to try like a 40XXV. Like, he cannot be bothered. Like, it is automatically like a piece of garbage to him. And I'm like, whoa, have you seen how an Analog Pocket is made? Like, for the price point? Like, okay.
Well, it's like, and that's the thing. Like, even Analog Pocket, I mean, even on the RH Discord, it is not a whole lot of discussion or interest in it there. You know, it's kind of fascinating. It's kind of a separate thing that it has its own thing going on.
It's a great product, but it's not made by people who market it the right way. Like, to them, it's a very limited but not limited piece of tech that you need to spend an artificial amount of money on to get an experience. And for me, that's the reason why I've just never been that interested.
Yeah, it's not one that. It's the same reason why I didn't get super into the Evercade stuff too much. You know, it's. I like it.
I was going to say
idea,
Evercade's another kind of similar idea.
But at least they have, you know, a whole range of stuff. Like, their cartridges are compatible with a whole range of a number of their devices, right? Which is cool. And I'm not. Anyways, I'm not the right person to. Know about this thing.
And then there's just me who just enjoys handhelds, period. So I don't care what shape or whatever it comes in.
Whatever it does.
Wait, you don't care which shape, Rob?
I see that thing behind you.
You don't care which shape, Rob?
Clearly not. I also have a Sonic handheld, just like you.
I was talking about the steering wheel.
Oh, I know. We both are fond of circular.
You were going to let
handhelds.
that skip by. You weren't going to bring that up. I made you. I came right on the show, and within 3 minutes, I was like, grab that thing.
I know exactly what Rob needs in a handheld. It's right back here.
Absolutely.
All right, let's bring this up. Here we go. So Mod Retro. So if you're interested in this, though, it is $199. It's at GameStop, and they have some, I think, different colors. Here's the gray one, anyways.
I think the gray one is only available, or like,
I
think it's the only one you can get at GameStop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can get it from their website and then GameStop. Is that right?
So
there are 7 colors on their website.
Dang. So it has that Tetris game. And I mean, it does look really nice. And I'm not trying to knock it. And that's why didn't even want to make a video, because it's just going to come off exactly like how it's coming off now, where it's like, I don't support the person really, but I think this handheld is neat for what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get out of here, everybody. We're running super late, and thank you all for staying on and watching. I can't believe we still have 516 of you. Well,
oh my gosh.
Someone left during that sentence, 515.
All right, logging in on my alternate accounts.
There we go. Michael Benny wants to know, quick question for Todd before we get out of here. What was your first dedicated retro handheld which got you into this hobby?
GPD XD Plus.
Hell yeah, baby.
Smart man.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nice
me
choice.
too. Man.
I've owned several. I don't own any at the moment, which is kind of sad. There was one posted in the Discord for $80, and it's still there, and he's typing bump like every 3 days. So I think for Christmas, I'm just going to buy it from him to do him a service.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm a big Dreamcast guy. You can't maybe you can see it, but I do have a Dreamcast down there. I actually sit in my beanbag chair and play Dreamcast a whole lot. And so when there was a handheld that could play Dreamcast games and do it pretty well, and it was a clamshell and was running Android, it was just kind of like the stars aligned for me, and that was the first handheld I picked up. And I think even by today's standard, I'm sure Stubbs is going to agree with me, and people in chat will probably think we're crazy, but if you were to pick this up today and you got it for like $80, it would blow a lot of other $80 handhelds way out of the water.
Yeah. I'm still a big fan of the XD to this day.
If we could get a 2025 version that had an OLED screen and they changed nothing else about it,
GPD wants to make everything but a new XD for whatever reason.
It's such a bummer too.
I don't understand it.
And
I only had 2 complaints with it. The only 2 complaints I had were that the joysticks obviously like smudged up on the screen all the time, which sucked.
Yeah.
And then the hinges, like I went through 2 hinges. So
Well, I have a mod video coming out about the XD in 2024, and I want to just do a retrospective Rob style, maybe where just I give it some love. Maybe we could like collab on that. That might be
Considering
I
I
don't know.
have one of your XDs, that would be pretty cool.
You do? Maybe we could do like a group collab. Zoo was talking about this, so he wants to do our year-end best handhelds of 2024 as a collaboration video, not a live stream or anything. So
That
I
would
think
be pretty cool.
a little bit more like collaboration work would be a lot of fun with you guys. So let's do that. Question from NES here. Question to ToddTronics.
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't know
Of course
why.
he does.
Favorite OEM handheld, retro handheld, and favorite PC handheld.
Favorite OEM handheld. I want to say the Game Gear, but they never work. I buy them every time. Every time that I find a good deal on one at a pawn shop, a thrift store, or on Marketplace, I buy it. But I always have to recap it. But it's the most nostalgic handheld for me. It's the first one that I ever really owned. Favorite retro handheld. It's going to be recency bias. It's going to be between the RP5 because it does everything that I want it to do well. And Team Retro actually sent over a Razer Edge, and I've been loving that thing to bits.
That's
But
another
I-
G3X Snapdragon device, huh?
I don't want to crown that as my favorite retro handheld because I only use it to play Android games.
Yeah,
I
Android
play-
games is a great
Android
use
games
case.
on that is great. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
When you get to emulation, let me know how those micro stutters are in the SD card. Then tell me what you feel.
I started playing Midnight Club on it. I've been moving my save file from like device to device trying to beat Midnight Club 3, which is
Yeah.
a really long game.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any of that yet, but I was told that if I move it to the internal storage, then it's
Then
going
you're
to be
good.
fine.
Yeah,
And so
it's
yeah.
just the FAT32 you get by default now on the SD card. XFAT's only supported, I believe, on the 5G model. So that's why that one might be worth the extra cost for people who want it for emulation. But if you're just going to play Android games on it, that screen, that AMOLED screen, and the controls, and the only thing that's sucky on it at the end of the day is the battery life isn't great.
Yeah, I've been using it with the G8, which has been amazing. A GameSir G8, I should probably clarify. That, like, if all the stars align, that would be like the perfect handheld for me. You obviously will never put that in a pocket or anything like that as is.
Right.
And I can't stand the Razer Kishi. I bought one. I used to work during COVID. I worked at Best Buy, and they would do a thing where, like, if they wanted you to promote a product, I don't know if I can say this openly, but whatever, I don't work there anymore. They would let you buy a product for like steeply discounted. So that way, if a customer had a question about it, you actually had real experience, which I think is a great program.
What? That's an awesome program.
Yeah. So
Wait,
I got,
Best Buy's hiring. Hold on.
right. So
Wait,
I got,
firing?
I got
go.
mine for like $40, which was awesome.
Dude, that is awesome.
But I
Yeah,
just can't.
the-
I can't do the thumbsticks. They just,
Yeah, I was gonna say the Kishi today, especially in the sea of telescopic controller options, is like now kind of one of the worst options that you can get out there.
But back then it was great. I used it to play
For
Cyberpunk,
sure. Yeah.
and it was like passable to play, like to game stream Cyberpunk to it. But and then favorite PC handheld, I'm gonna have to give it to the Steam Deck OLED. I know there's better things out there, more powerful things, but at the end of the day, like everything that I hold that's not a Steam Deck, I want it to be more like a Steam Deck. So it just ends up falling back to that. Like I bought an ROG Ally, and like I really thought I would like it more. Every single time I wanted to put a game in resume mode, this is obviously pre-Bazite days. And I realized like, oh, I can't do that. It's Windows. Like it's gonna wreak havoc on my entire system. And so everything just goes back to that Steam OS and the OLED screen. It's the only one that has one that good. It just ticks all the boxes.
You can't go wrong with those. Yeah, that's an awesome question. Thank you for asking it. Any last ones? That's super cool. That's super cool to know about Best Buy. I always thought liking Best Buy made me the worst guy, but now I think it makes me the best guy.
If anyone from Best Buy is watching, it was the funnest job. It was the funnest job I ever had. And there are so many programs for the employees to be better for their customer, like just working there. So keep doing more of that. You know, obviously they're helping out in the space by selling handhelds. Now you can buy your handhelds at a place where you have an easy return process. Like I have the membership. So if I want to, buy a handheld, they have 60 days to find out if I like it or not. So I'll give them their flowers. Best Buy is not a terrible.
60 days, huh?
Yeah, so they have that membership. I think it's $60 a year, but it gives you 60-day returns for the whole year and free 2-day shipping on everything.
Stubbs knows a thing or two about that. He loves that program.
Uh-oh. I'm just
Stubbs,
scared where he's
Best
going
Buy
to...
is not open right now.
I'm just scared what he's going to haul into this room.
Well, I think
He's
he's
gonna-
heading to Best Buy, but it's not
Oh,
open.
okay. I mean, if he walks, he might get there right as they open. Yeah, I liked working there. I mean, it was like a weird thing because like I had a pretty career-centered job during COVID, and I lost that. Stop.
Oh.
Not again. Oh,
All right.
jeez.
Well, we should probably get out of here, right?
This was fun. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun to have you. Congrats on the 1K again. And
Thank you.
I'm going to go see if Best Buy's open, and let's get on to the rest of our evenings. Just kidding. I have a day job and a second job and probably a third.
Probably.
Oh
a
wait,
third.
I gotta switch my. What is going on here?
Oh, was he applying to Best Buy? Is that what we missed?
Yeah.
He wasn't just going to Best Buy. He was going there for a job.
He's actually going to fill out a paper application. He's going to
It'll
do it
say-
old school.
For one, it'll save the hassle of driving to a Best Buy because I'll already be there. For two, I already talked to people about tech and it's fun. For three, I already have a few jobs though, so I don't really have time for it. But I'm already at Best Buy a decent amount of the time. It might be enough hours to justify a work week.
You could do the day job and the YouTube work from one of the computers at Best Buy.
At
Ooh,
Best Buy
that's
from the
true.
register.
I was
can
gonna say
do the
I
show
will
from the
say
register.
I will say I had a more like administrative job there, so I wasn't like a floor associate, and I was in an office all day, and I had YouTube up the whole time. So
You hear this, Stubbs? Are you hearing this?
there's
could-
some room for overlap for sure.
I
Get
could
in
be
on
this. I could be the CEO of Best Buy.
I was nowhere near.
I don't know.
CEO.
Yeah, I don't know if we've gone that far,
Okay,
but
I think
Let me ask this: could I be a businessman?
I think so.
I'm
You
a
could be a
businessman.
business
That's right. I'm a
associate.
businessman. So a business associate.
You know what you could do? You could be that
Business
guy that doesn't
associate.
work for Best Buy but works for MSI, and you convince people to buy the Claw over the other handhelds that they could buy there.
Oh, MSI Claw mentioned. Listen, go to Best Buy, get an MSI Claw. All your friends, tell them to come along. You can go to Target, get an MSI Claw. Plug it in an eGPU and have the best time. Let's go. MSI Claw 8 coming at you next week, maybe. Don't make no mistake. Rob, I see you giggling over there. We need to end the show on a really good note. We got hacked tonight, and I was not stoked. I gotta get my life on track. Stop hacking me, hackers out there. Stop hacking me, hackers out there. Why are you hacking the website? Why are you hacking my phone and our email and everything all night? Sponsorship tried to come to me last week and they're like, hey, do you want to talk about Udemy Academy? Like, no, hell no, because you're hacking me. Stop it. Anyways, everybody, it's been a good one tonight. Go to our merch store. Stop the hackers. Buy a t-shirt. Come on.
Buy a fanny pack. Everybody needs to buy a fanny pack.
Buy a fanny pack.
Here, wait, one last plug.
Come on. All right. Look at that fanny pack.
You will never worry about the pocketability of your handheld unless it's bigger than like a Steam Deck. But I mean, like for a retro handheld, you could put like 2 or 3 in here.
I can
And
see
a battery bank.
I can see producer Sony on the other screen just looking through retro chromatics on the website right now.
he's not looking. It's scrolling on its own.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just sitting there scrolling like, oh, maybe I should get one. And I was going to be like, producer Sony,
He
no.
keeps scrolling through all the colors,
That's what I
deciding
thought.
which one
I
he
just thought
wants.
he's sitting there just this whole time hopping through.
Guys, there's a pocket on the back and on the front. So if you want to separate your handhelds, there's 2 pockets. Front,
Whoa.
back.
And side to
saying.
side.
Side to side.
I need to get that fanny pack. I haven't even gotten it yet.
Nubs.
What?
Handheld.
Todd, having you on the show has been a present.
Oh,
It's been a gift
Aw,
to the
thank you.
show. It's been awesome just having you. I talked to you through Twitter. You originally came to us, and then you released some stuff for us, and we've been chit-chatting. You're actually designing some merch for us, I heard, so I'm stoked on that. And then you got your channel to 1K, so congrats again. Everybody subscribe to @ToddTronics on the YouTube.
New video on the Brick for the Retro Handhelds page, probably in 1 or 2 days. It's nearly there. I don't want to rush through it. There's a lot to talk about.
Don't rush it. That's why I'm the frontline guy. I rush stuff. I'm like, all right, here's this thing. Now I got to talk about this thing. Here's this thing. Look at this thing. All right. You take your time with it. You fully digest it. You report back your findings, and we're stoked to have that from you. So thank you, sir.
I found the perfect retro handheld.
Not that one. Where are we at? Where's our... I can never find what I'm looking for. I'm an old man. That's right. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay in the know for all of your favorite retro handhelds. And once again, another special thanks to our channel members, patrons, and subs who make all this here possible for us. Purchase the right start for as little as $3 a month. Join us in our Discord to chat and play games. And join us next week. We're going to be joined by this dude. His name is Adam, and we were just talking last week. And I thought he'd be an awesome guest for the show. He's called... he runs a podcast called The Dice Abide, and they're actually... board gamers, and so we're going to check that out there from Adam and learn all about the wonderful world of miniatures and figures. I've never gotten into this before. I don't know anything about it, and so he'll tell us what that's all about. And The Dice Abide. But until next week, this has been Stubbs from RH on behalf of Todd, Retro Tech Dad, and Ban. Saying take care of those handhelds and take care of each other. And remember, we're all businessmen or women.